KRIB AM Mason City and K244FA-FM Mason City. America's best music, AM 1490 and 96.7 FM, KRIB.
It's time now for coverage of the Clear Lake Lions on AM 1490 and 96.7 FM KRIB and KRIBAM.com. This Clear Lake Lions coverage is brought to you by CLTEL, North Iowa Area Community College, D&D Sales, Clear Lake Bank and Trust, Iowa Specialty Hospital, Johnson Heating and Air, Glenn's Tire, Bank Iowa, Hawkeye Auto Body, and Window World. Now, with all the play-by-play action of the Clear Lake Lions, here's Bob Fisher.
Top of the evening, everybody. Welcome to Mason City High School, a special edition of high school wrestling here on KRIB and KRIBAM.com, as we have Mason City, Newman, and Clear Lake wrestling tonight. All three of those teams will be wrestling on the boys' side. Mason City and Clear Lake will be wrestling on the girls' side as well tonight here in the Mason City High School gymnasium. And time now for our national anthem. National anthem before tonight's wrestling tonight here at Mason City High School here on KRIB, Mason City, Clear Lake. And a live video online at KRIBAM.com as it's, once again, Mason City and Newman in the opening duel of the night. And then it'll be followed by Clear Lake and Newman. And then Mason City and Clear Lake will wrestle in separate duels, the girls' side and the boys' side. So we've got a lot of wrestling action here tonight, a quadrangular per se, as coin toss at center match going on right now is Mason City. Of course, it's Andy Thompson, their head coach. Austin Anderley, Jalen Smith, Tommy Berry, and Don Berry are the coaches for the Riverhawks. Leland Foster, the head coach for the Newman Knights. Tom Wallner, Matt McBride, and Jordan Bertozek, the coaches' assistants for the Newman Knights. As we try to pick up the announcement here, I'm not sure where exactly we're starting. And they're announcing the cheerleaders out here. Grady Peterson from Newman. We're going to start right at 106, it appears. Right at the lightest weight in the lineup. As it'll be Ronan McGowan of Mason City and Grady Peterson of Newman. Here to start things out at 106. Newman and Mason City High in this opening duel. The Riverhawks are 1-2 in duels. And had a tough time at the OSH Scuffle back on Saturday. Newman right now is 0-12 in duels. Of course, the top of Iowa Conference is usually chock full of talent. And the Knights just not able to crack into the win column in that conference. Just a real tough one. Of course, there are still quadrangulars throughout time here, and I'm not sure what we got for a delay. Probably trying to figure out the track wrestling situation at the scorer's desk. So once again, the format, Mason City and Newman here. Wrestling to start out the night. Boys wrestling. Clear Lake and Newman will wrestle in boys wrestling. And then I'm assuming the girls of the Mason City Clear Lake matchup will go next after that, and then it'll be the boys matchup, but that could be turned around. But either way, it'll be Mason City and Clear Lake, and they're going to wrestle the duel separately. Originally, they were going to wrestle two mats, but they're just wrestling one mat here on this night at Mason City High School. We are going to take a quick break as they try to figure things out at the table, and we'll come back after this. You're listening to high school wrestling involving Clear Lake, Mason City, and Newman on KRIB. You're watching online at KRIBAM.com. Back after this timeout.
Hi, this is Brian McIntyre. Since 1992, Glenn's Tire has been earning your trust one vehicle at a time. You can rely on our experience, integrity, and fair prices. We are proud to be locally owned and operated and have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Glenn's Tire, Highway 18 West, Clear Lake. Go Lions.
This is Emily Knoll. Our family business, Hawkeye Auto Body, has been serving North Iowa for almost 50 years. Hawkeye Auto Body is famous for providing the extras that make your life easier. Extras like our convenient drive-through estimating bay. Our certified technicians have over 150 years experience in all types of collision repair. They always go the extra mile to ensure your family's safety. We value our customers and feel you deserve extraordinary service every time. Call, stop by, or visit us anytime at HawkeyeAutoBody.com.
Hi, it's Katie Showalter from Window World of Mason City. It's hard to believe, but we've been transforming homes like yours for 15 years. From ideas to installation, our Window World team has completed more than 7,000 projects with curb appeal enhancing, energy efficient, windows, entry doors, and siding. Is your project next? Schedule your free in-home consultation at windowworldmc.com. That's windowworldmc.com.
Want simple, friendly, and local banking? Then choose Clear Lake Bank and Trust. With local
Signs, promotional items, trophies, plaques.
Offset laser and screen print.
Hospitals and clinics. A free service that offers hospital.com. 26.
History of entrepreneur banks. Each local team at Bank Iowa is
Grady Peters, a couple of hand McGowan, the Peterson count on the nearest year. Spooner forfeit and they bump up Spooner to 112. There's tie up. Spooner forfeit and they bump up Spooner to 112. There's tie up. 3-1 in favor. They're trying to toward the near side. 3-1 in favor. They're trying to toward the near side. Down, so it's 6-1. And Adra has Spooner flat out. Adra, so it's 6-1. And Adra has Spooner flat out. Adra changes off to the right side. Trying not to right. Adra. The Mason City with an arm to the body and gets the takedown for 3. And time's going to run out here in the period. Trying to work his way in. Now Saveda trying to wear the 140 to head. Back toward the middle, but Saveda leaps over the right side of the body. Vader trying to get the Saboff trying to spin around the right side of the body of Spooner, rather. Spooner now being tilted. 15 left here in the. Keep the arms in, and time's going to run out here in the second period. Saveda. Spooner, a freshman at 7-8. Saveda at 6-3, a sophomore. Now the start of the third period, Spooner quickly up to his feet. Saavedra trying to bring him back to the bat. Spooter, lifted up by Saavedra, and he brings him back down before that 5-second count and a stalling call. So Saavedra avoiding that and taking Spooter back down to the bat. Spooter trying to get a leg out. Saavedra trying to looking behind Spooter here, bringing him flat out again. Works off to the right side, trying to reach over and bring the left arm in. Toward the left edge of the bat, the wrestlers go. Saavedra trying to keep Spooter in bounds. So we're down to a minute 5 to go here in the third period. And now tilt. 2 counts. And out of bounds. And 2 makes it 18-3, so that'll be a tech fall. So Josh Saavedra, winner by tech fall, 18-3 in 5 minutes and 4 seconds. So Saavedra gets the Riverhawks on the board here with a 3-point near fall, or technical fall, and making the score 12-5 in favor of Newman. So we head to 126. And DeForest, I believe it'll be DeForest. No, take that back. I was going to say, originally, Newman was going to be open at this weight. But they're going to send out Trace Morrison, a freshman at 4-12. And DeForest Snow at 12-4, a junior. And he gets a quick takedown here on Morrison. And a quick 3 to open up the first period. Morrison quickly trying to wrap him up and tilt him over. And he's had him tilted over enough for the near fall count. And now trying to wing up the left arm and bring Morrison over again. And Morrison just trying to stay off his back at this point. And Morrison does get back to his front side, but still bars up that left arm. And brings Morrison back over. Morrison trying to avoid being pinned here. There's the fall. So DeForest Snow, Mason City gets the pin in 45 seconds. And that will give the Riverhawks, that'll cut the lead to 12-11. We're going to take a quick break. Back after this here on KRIB. Watching live online at KRIBAM.com.
Chances are you know someone who found their future at NIAC. With affordable tuition, close-to-home convenience, and programs that lead directly to great careers, your future starts here. Our advisors help you uncover scholarships, explore career paths, and even connect to jobs after graduation. Whatever you need, we have it. 8-week courses, certificates, degrees, in-person and online. And know that NIAC credits transfer seamlessly to 4-year colleges. When it comes to opportunity and possibility, your future is found at NIAC.
Back we come to Mason City High School as we go to 132. Isaac McLeish for Mason City High, getting a takedown here on Daniel Spooner, the senior for Newman. Off the left side of the mat they go, or towards the left side of the mat they go, as McLeish got a quick takedown. Spooner with the escape, and now Spooner shoots in. And he tries to get the takedown on the left edge of the mat, but it's going to be out of bounds. Left edge, back the middle, with 1:24 to go here in the first period. On the restart, wrestlers in neutral position in the middle, circle around each other, now tie up. McLeish trying to reach down for a leg and try to reach again. They go off the back, the left edge. Out of bounds. It'll be 1:12 to go here in the first period. On the restart, wrestlers type now here. Spooter shooting for the legs, but McLeish defends that. And now McLeish shoots in. Spooter front headlock, trying to avoid that, and both men back up to neutral position. 50 to go in the first. 3-1 McLeish, who tries to shoot in. Spooter counters and gets the takedown. So Spooter 4-3 the score. With 39 seconds to go here in the first period, and the escape makes it 4-4. So 4-4 the score. Quickly, McLeish tries to shoot in. Spooter trying to block it off, but McLeish has got that left leg good, and he gets the takedown. So 6-3 now. Pardon me. Let's see. 7-4 the score. With 20 seconds to go here in the first period. And now McLeish trying to bring Spooter over on his left shoulder. Trying to tilt, and he does. Got a 2 count. Now gets him tilted over again. Gets the 3 count now. And time runs out here in period number 1. So a 3-near fall will give McLeish a 10-4 lead, the Riverhawk wrestler. It's Spooter's choice. He'll defer. And it'll be McLeish's choice, and he will choose the down position. He might have a little blood on him. At least showing it to the official, who is Scott Whitehill from Mason City. McLeish goes to the down position as Coach Whitehill said nothing needed to be taken care of. McLeish up to his feet. Spooter gets the left leg, and they go to bounce right edge back the middle with 1:55 to go here in the second period. McLeish of Mason City leading Spooter and Newman 10-4 in this 132-pound match. Off the whistle, McLeish trying to tripod up. He's up to his feet. Spooter trying to take him back down again. And McLeish will escape and make it 11-4. So 11-4 in favor of McLeish, who shoots in. Spooter defends that, backing off. And now Spooter shoots in. McLeish draped over the front. Try to block this off and force Spooter down and circle around here off to the left side. And he's got the control and he's got the 3, and he's trying to cradle him up here at the same time. So it's 14-4, and now the cradle, and Spooter in trouble here. And there's the fall. So Isaac McLeish of Mason City here at 132 gets the pin. Time of the fall is 2:49. And so the Riverhawks with 16 points make it 17-12 now. So we head to the next way, 138. And at 138, at least the preliminary scorecard had an open weight here for Newman. And the Knights are not going to send anybody out, so we'll see if Jenner Thompson is the wrestler that did check in for Mason City. Sometimes Coach will slip in somebody to get a forfeit win and bump up. But that time, no. Jenner Thompson, the winner at 138. So that'll give Mason City on the forfeit 6 points to make it 23-12 now the team score. And we go to 144, where it's at least preliminarily Aiden Klein of Mason City and Wyatt Paulson of Newman wrestling here at 144. Klein, a junior with no record, and Wyatt Paulson, a junior with an 0-14 record. So the 144 and underway in this 144-pound match. Wrestlers tap each other's hands and now tie up with the arms. In the middle of the mat, trying to work around here. And now here's Paulson getting control of the head, but Klein gets the right leg and tries to come out on the right side here, and he gets the takedown. So 3-0 for Aiden Klein. Paulson trying to quickly get up, but he's brought back to his base and down flat out here by Klein. Paulson trying to tripod up again, and now here's a cradle by Klein, brings it back over. Still working here as the shoulder's not quite down of Paulson. But Klein continuing to apply the pressure here. He's got a lot of time, 1:10 to go here in the first period. Klein continuing to try to work. Now he lets it go. Lets Paulson get back to his base. And a four-near fall it is for Klein to make it 7-0. Paulson flat out. Klein trying to work here as they work their way toward the left edge of the mat. 35 to go here in the first period. As Klein trying to get control of the arms, now comes out on the right side. and trying to control the right side of the body and try to get Paulson tilted over on his left shoulder. And now he's got the count going. Got the full 4 count. And now Peter Paulson just trying to stay off his right shoulder. And there's the fall. So time of the fall, 149 in favor of Aiden Klein of Mason City. So that gives the Riverhawks 6 more to make it 29-12. As we go to the second half of the lineup. We'll be back after this here on KRIB and KRIBAM.com.
It doesn't matter what the weather's like right now. Your home can be at the right temperature with a new Bryant furnace or air conditioning system from Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Not only could you be comfortable temperature-wise, but you can save money with the efficiency of a new furnace or air conditioning system. Check out what Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning can offer you. Go to johnsonheatingandac.com. Johnson Heating and Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Back we come to Mason City High School as we move to 150. Eric Torres, a senior who doesn't have a record listed. And it's Oscar Flaggy for Newman. It's a 3-10, a freshman. 150 pounds, Mason City 29, Newman 12 is the score on the board. Here as we enter the second half of this first of 4 duels tonight here for you on KRIB. Not much activity by either wrestler that is significant here in this first 45 seconds. Wrestlers continue to be tying up and letting go in the middle. Torres, the Riverhawk wrestler, now dips down for a leg, but that's blocked off by Flaggy. .45 to go in the first period. Wrestlers tied up arm to arm, ear to ear, in the middle of the mat. And nothing doing off this tie-up. 25 to go here in the period. Wrestlers break away, trying to circle their way back toward the middle. Down to 5 seconds left here in the period. And time's going to run out. And it's no score after 1 between Eric Torres of Mason City High and Oscar Flaggy of Newman Catholic. Torres' choice, he'll defer. And Flaggy will choose the down position, finally. So Flaggy down. Torres covers. Start the second period, Flaggy stands up. Torres trying to bring him back down. Flaggy trying to get those wrists unlocked, and now Torres brings it back down the mat, but not after getting a stall call. And now Flaggy escapes to make it 1-0. The bottom man gets to his feet. You've got 5 seconds to either return him to the mat or get called for stalling or let him go. And that's why Flaggy gets the point on the stall call against Torres. So both wrestlers back on their feet. They weren't very active in the first period, and we'll see if they have any more activity here with 1:20 to go in the second period. Wrestlers tie up ear to ear with the arms. Break away. Flaggy trying to move in here. Both wrestlers just tied up at the arms and spin around in the center circle with a minute to go here in the second period. Now it's Torres dipping down for the right leg. He's got it picked up, but Flaggy's trying to trip the other leg here or get him off balance, and he finally does, and he gets the takedown. So Eric Torres a 3-1 lead on Oscar Flaggy and Newman with 40 to go here in the first period. Flaggy stands up, and he'll get cut loose. So that'll cut the lead to 3-2. And Flaggy off the escape moves right in. Back on Torres. Back in the middle of the mat, both wrestlers tied up, forehead to forehead, tied up with the arms. And now Flaggy trying to dip down for a leg. Torres defends that. And now another leg pick, but this time it's by Torres. Flaggy trying to keep his balance. Torres fully back around and now trying to force him down, and he does, right at the horn. So a 6-2 lead for Eric Torres of Mason City heading to the third period. Torres' choice, he'll choose neutral with a 4-point advantage. On the start of the third period, out of neutral position. Torres, well, it's a Flaggy with some trying to set underhooks. Torres slips out of that. Wrestler's now tied up ear to ear right in the middle of the mat. And now a little shuck by Torres attempted. Now he tries to circle down the right side and get control, and he does. So 9-2. Flaggy trying to get back up to his feet quick, but Torres forces him back down. Flaggy quickly tripods back up, and he escapes. 9-3 the score. Torres wants another takedown here to get into major decision territory if he can. Flaggy trying to back up Torres toward the upper edge of the mat. And now turns it back in toward the middle of the mat, but Torres now gets his back to the top edge of the mat. Wrestlers circle around and break away from each other. 55 left here in the third period. And Eric Torres of Mason City leading here at 150-9-3 for Oscar Flaggy of Newman. Torres tries to shoot in, but not successful. He has the head, now trying to circle back around, and he does get behind Flaggy, now trying to get him down, and he does to get the takedown. 12-3 Torres leading Flaggy with 30 seconds to go here in the third period. So major decision territory, even if Flaggy escapes here. Torres does not want to be stalling, though. That would be the big thing as well. Torres off on the left side, right arm around the waist. Now more toward the upper body, we should say. Just trying to keep Flaggy in a base position. And now it brings him flat out. And time's going to run out here in the third period. And Eric Torres is going to get a major decision win for Mason City here at 150. As he beats Oscar Flaggy of Newman 12-3. So the major decision gives the Riverhawks a 33-12 lead as we go to 157 pounds, where it's Eli McLeish for Mason City, at least listed. And, well, Oscar Flaggy was listed as the 157-pounder originally, so we'll see if it's a forfeit here or an open weight, or are they going to send somebody out here? Nope, walking out, getting the win. And Eli McLeish will get the victory. So that'll give the Riverhawks 6 more team points on the board to make it 39-12. And we will go to 165, where Newman has listed Michael Platts and Desjuan Shropshire for Mason City, the listed wrestler for the Riverhawks here. So 39-12 now. Let's see. Newman, they would have to basically win out here with pins to pick up the team win, but they've got 3 listed open weights here, at least on the scorecard, coming up in the 175 through 215-pound weight classes. There's one Shropshire, the Mason City High wrestler, steps in. He's 0-2 for his sophomore. Thomas Jackson doesn't have a listed record here. Jackson gets the takedown. Shropshire trying to sit out and stand up, but Jackson's got the arms hooked, and he brings him back to a base position, just to the top side of the center circle. Now Shropshire trying to work his way up. Jackson trying to keep him on his base. Now sit-down attempt here by Shropshire, trying to get the feet out unsuccessful as Jackson brings it back to his base. Well, here a little roll here, and Shropshire comes out on the top side on the reversal, but then Jackson escapes, and the score should be 4-2 with 1:20 to go here in the first period. Wrestlers in the center circled. Minute to go here in the first. Head tap by Shropshire. Jackson countering. So he tried to tie up the arms. Now Shropshire dips down for the right leg. Countering is Jackson to get back on his feet as he forced the head down and got back up to his feet. So back to neutral position for both wrestlers here with 40 to go in the first period. Toward the near edge of the mat with the wrestlers, and now Shropshire turns Jackson back in toward the middle. Wrestlers tie up near side of the center circle. Breakaway for his second, then now here's Shropshire. He trying to dip down to a knee and pick the right ankle, but unsuccessful. 15 to go here in the period. And time's going to run out here in the first, I believe, and now a stall call called on Jackson as the official thinks he's just standing there. And we go to the second period. Shropshire with a choice. Jackson with a 4-2 lead. He'll get the choice here to start the second period, and Jackson will choose the down position. It'll be Clear Lake and Newman next. That'll be Mason City and Clear Lake, both in girls and boys duels separately. Caution top side as Shropshire covered and did not cover properly. Clean cover this. Nope, take that back. Second caution on Shropshire. Official steps in to give some instruction on what he is doing. Clean start this time on the third try. Shropshire trying to keep Jackson down, but Jackson up to his feet. Shropshire trying to trip him back down, and he does get him back to his base. So good job by Shropshire to return him to the mat. Now he comes off on the right side, has the right side tied up, now trying to tilt Jackson over on his left shoulder, and he does. Got the 4 count on the tilt, it appears. And Shropshire just trying to keep him in bounds at this point on that top edge of the mat. And he lets Jackson get back to his belly and then not avoid the out of bounds. And now the escape by Jackson. So let's get caught up on the score at 6-5. Shropshire with a lead. Neutral position for the wrestlers with 1:10 to go here in the second period. Wrestlers top half of the mat. Now Jackson moves in. Shropshire ties up the head and arms, front headlock, and breaks away, shoves Jackson away. Wrestlers back to neutral position as they go back toward the middle of the mat. 50 to go here in the first period. And now Shropshire tried to dip down to pick an ankle, and Jackson trying to counter, and Shropshire caught him and takes him to his back. Gets the full near fall count, and now Jackson trying to stay off that left shoulder. 30 seconds to go here in the period, so Shropshire has plenty of time here. And there's the fall. So Jajuan Shropshire picks up his first win with a pin at the 3:34 mark of the match. And that gives Mason City a 45-12 lead heading to the next weight at 175. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to High School Wrestling. Mason City, Newman, and Clear Lake here on KRIB.
It doesn't matter what the weather's like right now. Your home can be at the right temperature with a new Bryant furnace or air conditioning system from Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Not only could you be comfortable temperature-wise, but you can save money with the efficiency of a new furnace or air conditioning system. Check out what Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning can offer you. Go to johnsonheatingandac.com. Johnson Heating and Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Throughout the season, weather is unpredictable in North Iowa and accidents are likely to happen. This is Emily Knoll. Our family business, Hawkeye Auto Body, has been serving North Iowa for almost 50 years. Collision repair work can be complex. You can trust the experts at Hawkeye Auto Body to repair your vehicle correctly and make sure your vehicle is completely safe before it's released back to you. We guarantee it. We're located on South Federal in Mason City, or visit us anytime at HawkeyeAutobody.com.
Back we come to Mason City High School. Some forfeits while we were away. Carter Rockwell will take the nod for Mason City at 175. Sam Collins at 190 and Joseph Hauser at 215. And now we go to the heavyweight match to wrap things up. The team scores 63-12 in favor of Mason City. It'll be Lincoln Ward with a 5-4 record for the Riverhawks. And Joe Beamer, 6-13, a freshman for the Knights of Newman Catholic. And the wrestlers here at heavyweight tie up with each other, and now they go off toward the near edge, still in bounds, though. They'll try to work their way back toward the middle as a lot of hand-to-hand combat, but nothing happening so far in this first 20 seconds of the first period. Now Ward tries to step in here on Beamer and trying to gain some leverage, trying to underhook on the right side, and now push him away. Ward steps back toward the middle. Beamer tries to step back in. Now they tie it back in the middle. Beamer trying to control an arm and drag him in. But Ward will have nothing to do with that. Ward trying to drag the arm as well as Beamer just keep on countering here. Definitely a fast flurry of action, not the typical hug and wait and see what happens in a heavyweight match. And now here's a throw, and here's Ward getting the best of it as he gets Beamer to his back. He also gets near fall points. So the 3 on the takedown, and I thought did he signal near fall or not? No score on the board here, so 3-0 in favor of Beamer. Must not have been enough for a near fall. And we'll go back to the middle with Ward, rather, the score. So Ward of Mason City leads 3-0, leading Beamer of Mason City Newman. And now a caution on the restart, and now Beamer standing up on the second start. Beamer up to his feet. Ward has to cut him to make it 3-1. So 3-1 in favor of Lincoln Ward of Mason City with 40 seconds to go here in the first period. Wrestlers, top half of the mat. Well, definitely not like the first minute and a half or so of this match when just a lot of activity trying to tie up and get control. Now they go to bounds. As I said before, wasn't typical of a heavyweight match, but now it's kind of turned into that after the takedown and the escape. Wrestlers tie up in the middle off the restart. 15 to go here in the first period. Beamer has Ward's back toward the near side, now trying to turn him back in here with 10 to go in the first period. Wrestlers break away from each other, now try to step in and tie up again. And time's going to run out here in period number 1. So Ward leads 3-1, the Mason City High wrestler, leading Beamer from Newman. Beamer's choice, he the first or the third. And Ward will choose the down, or did I get this? Yes, I did get this twisted up on the armbands, as it is Beamer going to choose down here after Ward defers. So Beamer in the bottom position on the start of the second period, trying to work his way up here. He's up to his feet on the near edge, and Ward holds on before he can escape to go to bounds near edge. So Beamer back to the middle. Ward will cover. And now Beamer brought flat out off the whistle. Beamer gets back to his base, trying to work his way up here. Ward reaches back and gets the right leg to keep Beamer off balance. And Ward just continuing to have that right ankle, and he brings Beamer now flat out toward the near edge of the mat. 1:25 to go here in the second period. Ward of Mason City leading Beamer of Newman 3-1. Ward has Beamer flat out. Not much activity here, though. Just enough by Ward to not get called for stalling. Down to a minute to go here in the second period. Beamer continues to be flat out. Now he gets the knees and gets back to his base. Beamer trying to work up here. Ward trying to keep him down, but here's Beamer up to his feet and out of bounds on the near edge. Stall call on Ward for hanging on and forcing him out of bounds. So it'll be a stall call on Ward. He still leads 3-1 with 46 seconds to go here in the second period. Beamer tries to sit out on the restart, but he's held in by Ward and brought down on his left side. And Ward now brings the other arm over, and he's got Beamer in trouble. So he's on his back. And plenty of time here with 30 to go in the second. There's the fall. So Lincoln Ward of Mason City finishes off the match. Time of the fall, 3:34. Favor of the Riverhawk Wrestler. And the final score on the Clear Lake Bank and Trust scoreboard score says 69 for Mason City and Newman 12. I'll recap our first duel of the night when we come back after this break here on KRIB. Watching live online at KRIBAM.com.
This is Emily Knoll. Our family business, Hawkeye Auto Body, has been serving North Iowa for almost 50 years. Hawkeye Auto Body is famous for providing the extras that make your life easier. Extras like our convenient drive-through estimating bay. Our certified technicians have over 150 years experience in all types of collision repair. They always go the extra mile to ensure your family's safety. We value our customers and feel you deserve extraordinary service every time. Call, stop by, or visit us anytime at HawkeyeAutoBody.com.
Hi, it's Katie Showalter from Window World of Mason City. It's hard to believe, but we've been transforming homes like yours for 15 years. From ideas to installation, our Window World team has completed more than 7,000 projects with curb appeal enhancing, energy efficient, windows, entry doors, and siding. Is your project next? Schedule your free in-home consultation at windowworldmc.com. That's windowworldmc.com.
Want simple, friendly, and local banking? Then choose Clear Lake Bank and Trust. With local people, top-notch customer service, and a wealth of expertise, Clear Lake Bank and Trust is ready and waiting to help you build a better financial future. Visit clearlakebank.bank today and be happier with your bank. Clear Lake Bank and Trust. Local ownership, local decision-making, and community reinvestment since 1934. Member FDIC.
The CLTEL fiber optic network delivers reliable, high-quality internet speeds that are perfect for streaming Clear Lake Lions sports. They're more than just an internet provider. CLTEL is a committed community partner. Internet for you right here in Clear Lake and Ventura.
Chances are you know someone who found their future at NIAC. With affordable tuition, close-to-home convenience, and programs that lead directly to great careers, your future starts here. Our advisors help you uncover scholarships, explore career paths, and even connect to jobs after graduation. Whatever you need, we have it. 8-week courses, certificates, degrees, in-person and online. And know that NIAC credits transfer seamlessly to 4-year colleges. When it comes to opportunity and possibility, your future is found at NIAC.
Back we come to Mason City High School here on KRIB, Mason City Clear Lake, and KRIBAM.com. You're watching live video online of this wrestling event at Mason City High School involving Newman, Mason City, and Clear Lake. As our first duel of the night completed, and Mason City with a 69-12 victory as the Riverhawks now move to 2-2 in duels on the season. Started at 106 where Grady Peterson and Newman pinned Ronan McGowan of Mason City High in 124. At 113, Simon Waldner of Newman winning by forfeit. At 120, Josh Savandra of Mason City. Technical fall 19-3 and 504 for Patrick Spooner of Newman. At 126 to Forest Hill, Mason City pinning Trace Morrison in 46 seconds. At 132, Isaac McClesh of Mason City pinning Daniel Spooner of Newman in 249. 138, Jenner Thompson of Mason City winning by a forfeit. At 144, Aiden Klein of Mason City pitting Wyatt Paulson in 150. Eric Torres of Mason City, a 12-3 major decision over Oscar Flaggy of Newman. And let's see here. I just, one of those things you bump the screen, computer screen, and you lose the rest of the stats here, unfortunately. Let's try to get him back. There we go. Apologize for that. Eli McClesh at 157 for Mason City, won by forfeit. There's one Shropshire Mason City pinning Thomas Jackson to Newman in 334. Then the Riverhawks had 3 forfeit wins. Carter Rockwell at 175, Sam Collins at 190, and Joseph Hauser at 215. Lincoln Ward of Mason City pinning Joe Bieber of Newman 333, the time of the fall in the final match of this first duel. So Mason City wins 69-12 in the first duel. We await Clear Lake and Newman in the second duel tonight. We'll take a break. Be back here to Mason City High School after this. You're listening to and watching high school wrestling. Listening online at KRIB. You're watching online at KRIBAM.com. And you're listening on AM 1490 and 96.7 FM. KRIB back after this timeout.
They do it all at D&D.
Signs, banners, display boards, vehicle graphics.
Real estate signs, promotional items, trophies, plaques.
Offset laser and screen printing, embroidery.
Posters, graphic design, and novelties.
From the shirt on your back to the sign on your door, D&D does it all and more.
Now available at D&D Outdoor Storage. Storage for your campers, trailers, and boats. Call for information. Call 641-423-9487.
They do it all at D&D.
Iowa Specialty Hospitals and Clinics know that changing healthcare providers can feel overwhelming. That's why they developed the ReDoc program, a free service that offers personalized support to make the transition simple and stress-free. Just fill out the submission form at iowaspecialtyhospital.com and they'll take care of the rest. Iowa Specialty Hospitals and Clinics, with the Mason City location opening in spring 2026, consistently exceeding your expectations.
Bank Iowa is open in Clear Lake. Bank Iowa brings a rich history of entrepreneurial spirit, community focus, and financial expertise to North Iowa. It's grown into one of Iowa's most successful family-owned banks. Each location offers the services of a large financial institution, but operates as a community bank where decisions are made locally. The local team at Bank Iowa is a proud supporter of the Clear Lake Lions. These student athletes exemplify hard work and dedication. Let's go Lions!
It doesn't matter what the weather's like right now. Your home can be at the right temperature with a new Bryant furnace or air conditioning system from Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Not only could you be comfortable temperature-wise, but you can save money with the efficiency of a new furnace or air conditioning system. Check out what Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning can offer you. Go to johnsonheatingandac.com. Johnson Heating and Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Hi, this is Brian McIntyre. Since 1992, Glenn's Tire's been earning your trust one vehicle at a time. You can rely on our experience, integrity, and fair prices. We are proud to be locally owned and operated and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Glenn's Tire, Highway 18 West, Clear Lake. Go Lions.
No matter what the season, weather is unpredictable in North Iowa and accidents are likely to happen. This is Emily Newell. Our family business, Hawkeye Auto Body, has been serving North Iowa for almost 50 years. Collision repair work can be complex. You can trust the experts at Hawkeye Auto Body to repair your vehicle correctly and make sure your vehicle is completely safe before it's released back to you. We guarantee it. We're located on South Federal in Mason City, or visit us anytime at HawkeyeAutobody.com.
Back we come to Mason City High School as we get into the Clear Lake and Newman duel now. And they're going to start this duel at 106 as well. So it'll be Hayden Shear for Clear Lake and Grady Peterson of Newman starting out here in this second duel tonight. Clear Lake and Newman. The Knights and the Lions here. Shear 8-2, a junior. Peterson 6-12, a freshman coming into the night. Wrestlers tie up and circle around on the near edge or near side of the mat. And now here is a Shear backing Peterson off to the left edge. Now picks the ankle and gets back around and gets the 3. So Shear with the takedown, 3-0. With 1:20 to go in the first period, they go to bounds near edge, back the middle. Peterson takes the down position, and on the restart, stand up by Peterson, brought back down by Shear. Toward the top edge, Peterson trying to get up from his base, now trying to sit out and stand up. He does get up, but he's out of bounds. And back to the middle. And the restart. And Shear keeping Peterson down the man as they go toward the near edge off the restart. Peterson brought flat out. Now trying to bring Peterson over on his shoulder, but now works back over, trying to get a power half on the left shoulder and work here. Minute to go in the first. And Shear with a 3-0 lead. Peterson trying to stand up, and they go to bounds near edge, back the middle with 1:02 to go here in the period. Peterson takes his position. Well, is there a question on time here? Well, they've moved it down to 15 seconds. I'm not quite sure if there's been that much time taken off the clock, but we'll have to trust the judgment here. So on the restart, Peterson trying to stand up again. Clock operating correctly at this point. Peterson trying to stand up. Shear, right arm around the waist, keeping him down and brings it back flat out. And time runs out here in the first period. So Shear Clear Lake leads 3-0. Heading to the second period, Peterson's choice. And he will defer. It'll be Shear's choice, and Shear will choose neutral. On the start of the second period, wrestlers circle around each other. Shear fakes shooting for the right ankle, left ankle. Now tries to shoot in. Peterson tries to counter. Now Shear comes over on the right side and gets the takedown and makes it 6-0. Escape, 6-1. And now Shear quickly in on the right leg. Peterson trying to work his arm through and try to avoid the takedown here. So he tries to reach back through. Down to a minute 9 to go here in the first period. Shear trying to get control, and he finally does. So the takedown makes it 9-1. With a minute to go here in the second period. Peterson brought flat out now by Shear. Shear trying to bring the arms in. Now Peterson back up to his base. Gets up to his feet and he escapes. So it makes it 9-2 in favor of Shear. With 45 to go here in the first period. Now shot by Peterson. has the right leg of Shear. Shear trying to counter and keep on his feet. As they scramble toward the right edge, and Shear does get his balance and get back into a neutral position. As they scramble toward the right edge of the mat, now they'll turn back in a little bit here. At 20 to go in the first period, in the second period, we should say. And Shear trying to drag the right arm. Unsuccessful. Both wrestlers in the middle of the mat now. 4 seconds left here in the second period. And Shear's going to take a 9-2 advantage to period number 3. Peterson's choice. He'll choose down. Shear covers. Now the start of the third period. Peterson tries to work his way up, but Shear brings him flat out. So he wings up the left arm and brings in that right arm into the body of Peterson. Now Shear trying to work off the left arm, being winged up. Has controlled that right arm, trying to force him over on his right shoulder. And he finally does get him tilted over, but now Peterson trying to scramble. He's reaching back through. Shear trying to get control back, and he does. So no points taken or given there for either wrestler. And Shear back at on the top position here with 1:20 to go here in the third period. Peterson trying to work up from flat out. Shear has the right arm around the head. Now gives that up, and now he's just going to cut Peterson loose. 9-3, a 6-point advantage. He's thinking major decision, of course, here. As Shear tries to shoot in for the right leg, Peterson defends this well off the left side of Shear's body as he's forcing the head down. But Shear slips out of that, gets control, gets the 3. That makes it 12-3 in favor of Shear, with 50 seconds to go here in the third period. So that's major decision territory out of bounds near edge with 48 seconds to go here in the third period. Combo decisions, 3 team points, 4 for a major decision, which is 8 or more points advantage between the two wrestlers at the end of the match. Technical fall is 5 points. That's if you get an advantage of 15 points in the match. And, of course, pins and forfeits and defaults, those are 6 points on the team score. Peterson flat out off the restart here. Shear well in control with 40, actually down to 30 seconds now left here in the third period. He comes out, tries to tie up the arms and try to get Peterson over, but it'll be Shear getting back up on top of Peterson. Peterson trying to stand up with 20 seconds to go here in the third period. Sit down attempt by Peterson. And he's up to his feet, and Shear has to cut him loose. It's 12-4, still a major decision. With 10 seconds to go here in the third period as Peterson backs Shear up toward the left edge. Down to 5 seconds as Peterson tries to shoot in. Shear blocks it off, tries to circle around, and he gets one final takedown at the horn. So Hayden Shear wins 15-3 is the final score. 15-4, actually, as Peterson did get the escape there. So Hayden Shear 15 and Grady Peterson 4. That gives Clear Lake 14 points and makes the score 4-0 after the first wait. As we go to 113. John Amos for Clear Lake, a 9-1 record. Patrick Spooner is the Knights wrestler here at 113. Spooner 7-8 and the freshman coming in. Amos 9-1 and a junior coming into the night. Underway here at 113 as Amos quickly on the left leg trying to pick that. Spooner trying to get the left arm in to block it off. And he is successful in doing that as both wrestlers back to neutral position. But Amos quickly in on the legs. And he's got the takedown the left edge of the mat. John Amos 3-0 with 1:38 to go here in the first period. Simon Wallner is actually the wrestler that checks in as they correct that information now. Wallner 7-4 and a junior. So Wallner trying to crawl his way out here. Amos trying to bring the left arm underneath and try to flip Wallner over on his left shoulder, but not successful. Amos now brings Wallner flat out. Amos trying to work with the left arm here. Wallner gets that in front of him once again. He tries to get up to a base position, but he's going to be brought flat out by Amos with a minute to go here in the third period. Amos off on the left side, bars the left arm over, and he steps on over the head, and he's got Walner in trouble, and he's got the fall. So John Amos with a pin here at 113. He picks up the fall. Time of the fall appears to be 107. So John Amos gives Clear Lake 6 points in the team score, and it's 10-0 now as we go to 120 pounds. So we will go to 120. Anders Nelson, a freshman, 3-2 is his record. Trace Morrison at 4-12. So 120 pounds, actually. They correct the information. Titus Baxter's coming out here for Clear Lake. A freshman at 1-4. And this is Patrick Spooter for Newman, and he gets the takedown here. As they go towards the right edge. And it's going to be Baxter to get the escape to make it 3-1. Spooter tries to shoot in. Baxter with a front headlock, forcing him down and trying to get circled around on the right side. And Baxter is successful. That makes it a 4-3 lead for Titus Baxter of Clear Lake, the freshman. Here, 120 pounds. 1:10 to go here in the first period. Spooter tries to get up to his base, and he does, and now brought back down to the map by Baxter. Baxter gets the right arm in, trying to control the arms, trying to reach out and bring those arms back into the body. 50 to go here in the first. Now trying to get a left half Nelson in, but Spooter's going to slip up and escape, and that makes it 4-4 off the escape by Spooter. 40 to go here in the first period. Both wrestlers neutral position in the middle of the mat. Wrestlers tie up, break away from each other. Spooter looks like he's going to shoot in and finally does on the left leg. And he takes Baxter down to make it 7-4. Spooter with the lead, the Newman wrestler. Here with 24 seconds to go here in the first period. He has Baxter flat out, now trying to wing up the left arm here and get Baxter tilted over. Unsuccessful as Baxter gets back to his belly. Down to 10 seconds left here in the period. As Baxter trying to avoid being flipped over. Baxter in a flat-out position on the bottom. Spooter just running on the top, and time runs out here in period number 1. So Spooter and Newman. Patrick Spooter, 7-4 lead on Titus Baxter of Clear Lake here at 120 pounds. It's Baxter's choice. And Baxter will choose down. At least that's what Evan Johnson says. Go down. Logan Thompson. Cameron Paminio among the assistants for Clear Lake this year. And now the start of the second period. Baxter brought flat out from the starting bowling position. Spooter trying to bring the left arm in. Stall call on Baxter for an activity. But now he slips out and escapes to make it 7-5. 1:40 to go here in the second period. Head tap by Spooter. Now his shot by Spooter. Baxter can't counter, and Spooter gets the takedown to make it 10-5. 1:25 to go here in the second period. Spooter has Baxter flat out. He's running across from lower left to upper right. And Spooter trying to bring the arms in and try to work off that. Spooter switches sides. Baxter gets into a seated position, trying to work his way up here. Spooter trying to get the left ankle in control, but he's going to cut Baxter loose. 10-6. Spooter and Newman leading. Baxter Clear Lake here at 120 with 55 to go in the second period. Now a shot by Spooter on a double. Gets Baxter taken down. 13-6 the score in favor of Spooter. 7-point advantage. I'm sure Spooter would like to get a major decision territory here if he can. Got plenty of time with 40 to go here in the second period, but he's got even further thoughts than that. He's got Baxter flipped over, and he gets the fall. So Patrick Spooter and Newman with the fall here at 120. Time of the fall, 3:24. And Newman gets their first 6 on the board to make it 10-6 in favor of Clear Lake after 3 waits. quick step aside. We'll be back to go to 126 after this here on KRIB, Mason City, Clear Lake. You're watching live online at KRIBAM.com as well.
Hi, it's Katie Showalter from Window World of Mason City. It's hard to believe, but we've been transforming homes like yours for 15 years. From ideas to installation, our Window World team has completed more than 7,000 projects with curb appeal enhancing, energy efficient, windows, entry doors, and siding. Is your project next? Schedule your free in-home consultation at windowworldmc.com. That's windowworldmc.com.
Just underway at 126. Benaya Steinbraun, a freshman at 3-7. Trace Morrison, the freshman from Newman, at 4-12. Clear Lake with a 10-6 advantage after 3 waits. Steinbraun backed up to the right edge by Morrison. And now gets turned back in. Steinbraun shoots for the right leg, gets the takedown. So 3-0 in favor of Steinbraun, the Clear Lake wrestler, with 1:15 to go here in the first period. Now Steinbraun trying to get the control of the left arm, try to bring that, actually both arms trying to bring those back in. Morrison trying to work his way out, but Steinbraun gets control, handed control of the right arm for a second. Steinbraun moves over to the left side now. Whistle and an illegal maneuver here by Steinbraun, so the penalty point to Morrison. Scott Whitehill, the official, explaining to the freshman for Clear Lake what he did incorrectly. Steinbraun acknowledges that comment from the official, and back to action. Morrison from the bottom position stands up, but he's brought right back down by Steinbraun as quickly as he got up. Now flat out. Trying to get the left half Nelson in here. At least tried to. Now he's got it locked in, trying to tilt Morrison, and he does get him into a near fall position here. In fact, Morrison is trying to keep that left shoulder off the mat. It's pretty well down. Official right there, and there's the pin. So Benaya Steinbraun at Clear Lake. First period fall, time of the fall, 1:45. And Clear Lake with another 6 points makes it a 16-6 lead in favor of the Lions. As we go to 1:32. Scheduled are Brendan O'Keefe of Clear Lake, a freshman, and Daniel Spooner of Newman. That's those two do check in here. So the wrestlers shake hands. Spooner at 7-12 at a senior. O'Keefe, a freshman, does not have a record listed. Here's Spooner trying to shoot a double, and he gets the takedown. And he gets O'Keefe almost taken to his back here, but O'Keefe able to get back to his front side. So Spooner with a 3-0 lead after the takedown with 1:38 to go in the first. And now Spooner quickly going. He's got O'Keefe flipped over. And there's the fall. So Spooner, quick pin, time of the fall, 30 seconds. And that gives Newman 6 points and cuts the lead to 16-12. Back after a quick break here on KRIB.
Want simple, friendly, and local banking? Then choose Clear Lake Bank and Trust. With local people, top-notch customer service, and a wealth of expertise, Clear Lake Bank and Trust is ready and waiting to help you build a better financial future. Visit clearlakebank.bank today and be happier with your bank. Clear Lake Bank and Trust. Local ownership, local decision-making, and community reinvestment since 1934. Member FDIC.
We go to, I believe are we going to 144? We've got a listed double forfeit at 138, it appears. And that is the case, 138. Neither team has a wrestler at 138 tonight. And Connor Plaguey will move into the 144-pound spot for Clear Lake. Wyatt Paulson for Newman. Plaguey at 1-9 is record listed here on track wrestling, a freshman. Paulson at 0-14, the junior. Underway, 16-12 the score. Nobody gets any points if it's a double forfeit, obviously. It's an open match. As Plaguey, now there's a Paulson circling around the left side, getting Plaguey in control and gets the takedown for the opening 3 points of this 144-pound match. And now off to the left side, and Plaguey flipped over, and there's the quick pin. So Wyatt Paulson of Newman picks up his first victory of the season. Time of the fall, 44 seconds. Pinning Connor Plaguey of Clear Lake. And that will give Newman an 18-16 lead here as we turn to the second half of this duel between the Lions and the Knights. And keep in mind, Newman will, I assume, forfeit 175, 190, and 215 like they did in the first match. So, in theory, if that holds true, Clear Lake would have a 22-28, 34-18 lead at this point, but can't do that until they get everybody wrestled to that point. So we clean up a little blood on the mat. Aiden Hippen, the senior for Clear Lake. Well, there was going to be, we'll double check here, as there's a forfeit. And Hippen does win by forfeit. So that makes it 22-18 now. They're going to move Oscar Flegge, who's listed as the 150-pounder, up to wrestle at 57 here. So 22-18 in favor of Clear Lake. It'll be Drake Larson listed in the Clear Lake lineup to face Flaggy, who moves up to 157. Nope, Caden Van Voorhees will be the wrestler for Clear Lake. 1-6 at a junior. Oscar Flaggy at 3-10, the freshman for Newman. Second of our four duels tonight here on KRIB and live online. You can find the YouTube link by heading to KRIBAM.com and following along to our KRIB Sports YouTube page, which you want to subscribe to or add to your favorites for a direct link to it. Van Voorhees trying to get control of the right leg, but Flaggy gets back to his feet, and both wrestlers end up in neutral position with 1:35 to go here in the first period. Top portion of the mat. Wrestlers tie up and break away a few times. Tied up again, break away. Van Voorhees steps in, tries to cup the right hand around the neck, and wrestlers break away from that. Wind down to a minute to go here in the first. Tie up and break away again. Kind of similar to a consolation state heavyweight match. Just push away and tie up and push away and tie up. Now the wrestlers tie up for a little bit longer. Tie up ear to ear. They'll break away from that. 30 to go here in the first. (18, 17, and 16 left here in the period. Now finally, Van Voorhees tries to shoot in here late in the period. Backs it Flaggy to the top edge of the mat. Trying to keep him in bounds and trying to bring him back in. But it's going to be out of bounds ruled with 2.8 seconds to go here in the opening period. Now the restart, wrestlers just tie up knowing there's only 2 seconds left. Horn sounds. End of one period. Van Voorhees of Clear Lake and Flaggy of Newman scoreless here at 157. Flaggy defers. Van Voorhees will take the down position for Clear Lake. Caution. Top side on Flaggy. Didn't cover correctly. Covers correctly the second time. The whistle sounds. Van Voorhees trying to sit out. Flaggy trying to bring him back to his front side and does. Van Voorhees trying to get the right leg out and try to work his way up from there. Now in a seated position. Flaggy right behind him trying to bring the arms back in the body and get him turned back into a base position, which he does. Van Voorhees trying to get the right leg out again, now trying to sit out and stand up. And Van Voorhees turns back in, has control of the left leg. Flaggy trying to reach back through, not give up the reversal here. As both wrestlers up to their feet, but Van Voorhees, well, has had control of the leg, and now he does not. So Van Voorhees will get the escape as wrestlers in a neutral position with 1:05 to go here in the first period. And now Van Voorhees, I think, trying to do a little shoot in here. Flaggy front headlock forcing him down. Now trying to circle around the left side. He does. So Flaggy gets the takedown for Newman here at 1:57 and leads 3-1. 50 seconds to go here in period number 2. Flaggy works over to the right side. Trying to bring the left arm under and trying to tilt Van Voorhees over, and he does. And there's the fall. So Oscar Flaggy of Newman, top of the fall, 3:23. And Flaggy gives the Knights 6 points on the board, and 24-22 the score as we head to 165. And we'll see who checks in here before we give you who it is. Of course, after this duel, Clear Lake and Mason City will wrestle both the girls and the boys here. And I assume they're going to do the girls' duel between the two schools as, well, we apologize for the camera going out here. We'll get that corrected as Drake Larson for Clear Lake, the 1-6 record, and Thomas Jackson for the Knights. Underway here at 100 and 65 pounds as there we go, back with the camera. Apologize for that. As here's a takedown attempt by Larson. And he gets the 3. So we get settled back in here. Larson with a takedown. 3-0 the lead on Thomas Jackson and Newman. Jackson trying to sit out. Larson's going to be called for locked hands here. The escape made, so Jackson will get 1 point for the escape, and then they get another point on the violation for locked hands. So 3-2 the score with 40 seconds to go here in the first period. Wrestlers circle around the middle. Jackson trying to step in here. But now here's Larson shooting in for the leg. Wrestlers head to toe here for a second, and now Larson rolls into the takedown of Jackson and makes it 6-2. Short time here in the first period. His time's going to run out, but Jackson trying to get an escape before the horn. Does not, and it's a 6-2 lead for Drake Larson after the first period of action here at 165. Larson's choice. He will defer to this third period. Jackson will choose to go neutral. So both wrestlers on their feet here to start period number 2. Larson of Clear Lake, a 6-2 lead on Jackson and Newman. Wrestlers just in the middle with no action here in the first 20 seconds. Tie-ups and push-aways. And now here's Jackson trying to shoot for the right leg. Larson counters, trying to defend this. And he gets tripped down, but Larson had the head. But he's going to give it up now, and Jackson will get the takedown. 6-5. Larson still with the lead with 1:20 to go in the second period. Larson trying to work his way up from his base. Jackson trying to bring the arms in. Larson gets them free, trying to work his way up from his base. And now a locked hands call coming up here on Jackson. It'll be stopped. And Larson will get a point awarded on the locked hands by Jackson. So that'll make it 7-5 with 1:01 to go here in the second period. Larson on the restart will still be in the down position. And on the whistle, stand up. And the escape made to make it 8-5. So Larson up by 3 with 50 seconds to go here in the second period. Wrestlers tied up on the left edge of the center circle. They break away and step back into the middle. 35 to go in the second as they try to get wrist control and break away from that attempt. And now here's Jackson trying to move in and dip down for a leg. And now Larson will counter after they break away, trying to shoot for a double. And he's successful. He finally gets it off the right side. 11-5 in favor of Larson with 15 to go here in the second period. Jackson flat out. Larson riding off on the left side. And time's going to run out here in period number 2. So Drake Larson to Clear Lake, letting Thomas Jackson to Newman. 11-5 after the second period here, 165. Once again, Newman has forfeits at least in the scorecard. Scheduled here, 175, 190, and 215. So that would give 18 points to Clear Lake. So for Jackson, who's starting on top, this is a key match for the Knights. Knowing those 3 forfeits are coming. And the Knights with a 24-22 lead here in the team score. Larson brought back down once to the mat and now stands up again. And he gets free. The escape 12-5 with 1:40 to go here in the third period. Jackson tries to shoot in. Front headlock by Larson to block it off. And now they'll get back to neutral position. Now Larson trying to move in for his shot, and he finally does get the takedown on the right edge of the mat, make it 15-5. And they'll go to bounds right edge with 1:02 to go here in the third period. So Larson into the major decision territory. And any win here by Clear Lake would, once again, in theory, give them the duel. We don't want to assume that it's 3 open weights at 75, 90, and 215, but that's what the Knights have listed here in the scorecard and did do in the opening duel with Mason City. Larson in control, 50 seconds to go in the third as Jackson trying to stand up here. He'll get it the escape and make it 15-6. So still a 9-point advantage here for Larson with 40 seconds to go in the third. Now Jackson trying to move in. Larson catches him, takes him straight down to the mat. Has him in a near fall position, trying to get that right shoulder down. And there's the pin. So Drake Larson with the fall, 5:33. And that gives Clear Lake a lead of 28-24. And we'll tell you more when we come back after this break. You're listening to Lions Wrestling here on KRIB. Clear Lake, Mason City, and Newman Wrestling tonight here on KRIB, Mason City, Clear Lake.
Want simple, friendly, and local banking? Then choose Clear Lake Bank and Trust. With local people, top-notch customer service, and a wealth of expertise, Clear Lake Bank and Trust is ready and waiting to help you build a better financial future. Visit clearlakebank.bank today and be happier with your bank. Clear Lake Bank and Trust. Local ownership, local decision-making, and community reinvestment since 1934. Member FDIC.
The CLTEL fiber optic network delivers reliable, high-quality internet speeds that are perfect for streaming Clear Lake Lions sports. They're more than just an internet provider. CLTEL is a committed community partner. Internet for you right here in Clear Lake and Ventura.
Chances are you know someone who found their future at NIAC. With affordable tuition, close-to-home convenience, and programs that lead directly to great careers, your future starts here. Our advisors help you uncover scholarships, explore career paths, and even connect to jobs after graduation. Whatever you need, we have it. 8-week courses, certificates, degrees, in-person and online. And know that NIAC credits transfer seamlessly to 4-year colleges. When it comes to opportunity and possibility, your future is found at NIAC.
We go to heavyweight after 3 forfeits by Newman at 175, 90, and 215. We'll get caught up with that in just a second. Dylan Hagen for Clear Lake, a junior, and Joe Beamer, the freshman for Newman. Team score 46-24 in favor of Clear Lake, so they've got the duel wrapped up with those 3 forfeits by the Knights. Beamer appears to have the size advantage here at heavyweight. As Beamer has things locked up, but Haugen on the throw attempt, well, he hung on and almost had Peterson tilted over, but Haugen is taken to his back here. And there's the fall. So 59 seconds for Beamer. Gets the pin for Newman to wrap up the night for the Knights in a positive way, but the Knights lose to Clear Lake. Final score on the Clear Lake Bank and Trust scoreboard says Clear Lake 46 and Newman Catholic 30. We'll wrap up the second duel of the night and get you ready for duel number 3 of 4. When we come back after this, you're listening to high school wrestling involving Clear Lake, Mason City, and Newman. Here on KRIB, Mason City, Clear Lake. Watching live online at KRIBAM.com. Back after this timeout.
They do it all at D&D.
Signs, banners, display boards, vehicle graphics.
Real estate signs, promotional items, trophies, plaques.
Offset laser and screen printing embroidery.
Posters, graphic design, and novelties.
From the shirt on your back to the sign on your door, D&D does it all and more.
Now available at D&D Outdoor Storage. Storage for your campers, trailers, and boats. Call for information. Call 641-423-9487.
They do it all at D&D.
Iowa Specialty Hospitals and Clinics know that changing healthcare providers can feel overwhelming. That's why they developed the REDOC program, a free service that offers personalized support to make the transition simple and stress-free. Just fill out the submission form at iowaspecialtyhospital.com and they'll take care of the rest. Iowa Specialty Hospitals and Clinics, with the Mason City location opening in spring 2026, consistently exceeding your expectations.
Bank Iowa is open in Clear Lake. Bank Iowa brings a rich history of entrepreneurial spirit, community focus, and financial expertise to North Iowa. It's grown into one of Iowa's most successful family-owned banks. Each location offers the services of a large financial institution, but operates as a community bank where decisions are made locally. The local team at Bank Iowa is a proud supporter of the Clear Lake Lions. These student athletes exemplify hard work and dedication. Let's go Lions!
It doesn't matter what the weather's like right now. Your home can be at the right temperature with a new Bryant furnace or air conditioning system from Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Not only could you be comfortable temperature-wise, but you can save money with the efficiency of a new furnace or air conditioning system. Check out what Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning can offer you. Go to johnsonheatingandac.com. Johnson Heating and Bryant. Whatever it takes.
This is Emily Knoll. Our family business, Hawkeye Auto Body, has been serving North Iowa for almost 50 years. Hawkeye Auto Body is famous for providing the extras that make your life easier. Extras like our convenient drive-through estimating bay. Our certified technicians have over 150 years experience in all types of collision repair. They always go the extra mile to ensure your family's safety. We value our customers and feel you deserve extraordinary service every time. Call, stop by, or visit us anytime at HawkeyeAutobody.com.
Hi, it's Katie Showalter from Window World of Mason City. It's hard to believe, but we've been transforming homes like yours for 15 years. From ideas to installation, our Window World team has completed more than 7,000 projects with curb appeal enhancing, energy efficient windows, entry doors, and siding. Is your project next? Schedule your free in-home consultation at windowworldmc.com. That's windowworldmc.com.
Well, we come back here to Mason City High School as we get ready for the girls to move in here for the Clear Lake and Mason City duel. And that's the girls here first, and then the boys duel will follow in this format here. So get ready for our third duel of four on the night. Let's go through what happened in the Clear Lake and Newman duel first. That just wrapped up. 46-30 the final score for Clear Lake. At 106, Hayden Shear started out with a 15-4 major decision over Grady Peterson. At 113, John Amos at Clear Lake pinning Simon Wallner at Newman in 106. At 120, Patrick Spooner at Newman pinning Titus Baxter at Clear Lake in 325. At 126, Benaiah Steinbraun at Clear Lake pinning Trace Morrison at Newman in 144. Daniel Spooner of Newman pinned Brendan O'Keefe of Clear Lake in 28 seconds. At 138, it was a double forfeit as neither team sent a wrestler to the mat. At 144, Wyatt Paulson of Newman pinned Connor Plaguey of Clear Lake in 42 seconds. At 150, Aiden Hippen at Clear Lake won by forfeit. At 157, Oscar Flagey and Newman pinning Caden Van Voorhees of Clear Lake in 322. At 165, Drake Larson at Clear Lake with a pin over Thomas Jackson at Newman. At 175, 190 and 215, Clear Lake winning by forfeit. Christian Dunning at 175, Rafe Bach at 190, and Brock Thompson at 215. And then Joe Beamer at Newman, the pin over Dylan Haugen of Clear Lake in 58 seconds. 46-30 the final for Clear Lake over Newman. The first duel of the night, it was Mason City over Newman 69-12. As the Knights now fall to 0-14 in duels on this season. When we come back, the girls meet between Clear Lake and Mason City. You're listening to High School Wrestling here on KRIB. And watching online at KRIBAM.com. Back after this timeout.
Want simple, friendly, and local banking? Then choose Clear Lake Bank and Trust. With local people, top-notch customer service, and a wealth of expertise, Clear Lake Bank and Trust is ready and waiting to help you build a better financial future. Visit clearlakebank.bank today and be happier with your bank. Clear Lake Bank and Trust. Local ownership, local decision-making, and community reinvestment since 1934. Member FDIC.
The CLTEL fiber optic network delivers reliable, high-quality internet speeds that are perfect for streaming Clear Lake Lions sports. They're more than just an internet provider. CLTEL is a committed community partner. Internet for you right here in Clear Lake and Ventura. Well, here we go. The girls' duel underway here at Mason City High School. Glad to have you along here on KRIB as Piper Phillips. I believe we started at 100. Yes, Piper Phillips. One of the best wrestlers on this Mason City High School squad at 29-3, and the sophomore Avery Williams at 23-7, a senior for Clear Lake. Piper Phillips gets the opening takedown of this, or take that back. Yes, they've got it wrong in the track wrestling. It's Phillips with the takedown to make it 3-0 here in favor of the Riverhawk wrestler. Phillips swinging up the left arm and bringing Williams over for a second. Not enough for a near fall award. But Phillips not giving up on that left arm, trying to bring Williams over. And now getting a near fall count. Got the full 4. Phillips, plenty of time here. A minute to go here in the first. Trying to get Williams pinned here. Still working with 45 seconds to go here in the period. Phillips doesn't have that left shoulder down enough, and now Phillips readjusts, and now she gets appears to get the shoulders down here, pretty close. Williams trying to arch her back to try to stay off her back here. But rolling forward is Williams, but Phillips still with that hold, forcing Williams back over toward her back again. 10 seconds left in the period. Phillips trying to get the fall before the horn sounds. And time runs out here in the period. So 4 near fall for Piper Phillips to make it 7-0 in favor of the Riverhawk wrestler. Williams defers. Phillips will choose. Go to the down position here. On the start of the second period, Phillips tripods her way up. Williams trying to drag her back down. Phillips turns back in, and Williams successful in getting her back down, but Piper Phillips scrambling and trying to tripod up again here. Williams off on the left side, trying to force Phillips back down, and does. 1:40 to go here in the first period. In the second period, rather. Tripod up again here for Phillips. Tries to sit out and stand up, and she does, and gets the escape. So 8-0 now in favor of Phillips, leading Avery Williams at Clear Lake with 1:24 to go here in the period number 2. Now Phillips picks the right ankle. Williams trying to go over the body and block it off here, but Phillips in hard on that right leg and gets the takedown to make it 11-0 now. Well, Phillips, all she needs is another near fall of 4 count. She would win by tech fall here. Phillips has control of both arms behind the back of Williams and trying to work her over here. Gets 1 count. That's all. Phillips still in control of the arms out front. Now she's got Williams tilted over again and gets she only got a 3 count. Phillips trying to go again here. She wants to get that 4 near fall award if possible and end the match on a tech fall match termination. Down to 5 seconds left here in the first, or the second rather, so she's not going to be able to get that 4-point near fall. She's going to get a 3 near fall, though, as time runs out here in the second period. So Phillips leads 14-0, leading Avery Williams of Clear Lake. And now the choice for Williams, she will choose the down position. 14-0 for Piper Phillips. Williams tries to stand up. Phillips brings her right back down the mat and tries to wing up the right arm. And the attempt to try to tilt her over again and end the match. One way or the other, with a tech fall or a true fall. Phillips out front with the arms tied up. Williams holding her on the bottom for now. Phillips trying to work up on the legs. And Phillips circles back around to get her flat out again. Now sticks the left half Nelson in, trying to work Williams over again. 1:20 to go here in the third period. Says first on the scoreboard still. And now Phillips gets Williams tilted over again. And the 4 count would get the near fall. Phillips will not be able to get Williams held down that near fall side. So Piper Phillips of Mason City, 18-0 match termination on the tech fall with the time of the tech fall 4:56. So a good win for Piper Phillips, who's up to 30-3 for her record in the season of 2025-6. Well, you can hear state tournament wrestling for both the girls and the boys, live hold-by-hold action. You can hear it on AM 1300 KGLO this February, as we'll have state tournament action over there for the as I see the cameras off again. Apologize for that. We'll get that fixed here as they're trying to fix track wrestling down at the table as well. So back on with the camera. What's going to be apologize for that. KRIBAM.com with the video feed tonight. As they had the track wrestling all wrong, as they had all the scoring done by Williams in that first match. But once again, the state tournament wrestling, you can hear the coverage over on AM 1300 KGLO for both the girls when they're down in Coralville and the boys when they're down in Des Moines. Live hold-by-hold coverage on AM 1300 and live audio online at KGLOAM.com. So I think they've got things pretty much ready to go here. That girls' state tournament is, if I remember correctly, the 6th and the 7th, or probably the 5th and the 6th. State duels will be on the 7th. And then the boys' traditional tournament, Wednesday the 18th through Saturday the 21st of February. Live coverage here, or over on, so used to having it here on KRIB for so many years, but we're going to flip it over and shift it over to KGLO. As here's Allie Robbins from Mason City, 20-14. J.C. Smith from Clear Lake, 5-10. And here's the takedown by Robbins. And she'll cut Smith loose to make it a 3-1 match. Out of bounds on the right edge, the wrestlers go with 1:34 to go here in the first period. On the restart. There's tie up in the middle. Robbins breaks away from Smith. And now Robbins shoots it again here and gets Smith taken down on the lower edge of the mat as they go out of bounds. Back the middle. 1:10 to go here in the first period. Robbins a 6-1 lead. Smith down. Robbins covers. Caution topside on Robbins, not covering correctly. On the restart. And now the escape and the takedown again here. And that'll make it 9-2. And now, once again, Robbins just playing the takedown and escape game here very quickly. So it's 12-4 now after another takedown and escape. Now a shot by Robbins again, gets another takedown to make it 15-4. She'll cut Smith loose. And shoots it again to make it 18-5. Cuts her loose, 18-6. And then the takedown here makes it 21-6, and that's match termination. So the time of the tech fall for Allie Robbins is 1:40 as she beats J.C. Smith by a score of 20-5. I believe the final score will be. We'll double check it. 21-6, actually. I got another escape in there for Smith, but 21-6 on the tech fall, and that makes it 10-0 in favor of Clear Lake after 2-8. For Mason City, after 2-8. go to 110 pounds. Aubrey Hovland for Mason City, a freshman at 24-3. Zafira Olson, a junior at 21-7 for the Lions of Clear Lake. Underway here in this 110-pound match. The Racers tie up in the middle. Break away from each other, now by each other in the middle of the mat here with 1:30 to go here in the first period. And now here is Zafira Olson, gets the left leg, and trying to finish the takedown here on Hovland. Hovland, though, trying to get turned back in and avoid the takedown, and the wrestlers will end up back on their feet with no points given up here by either wrestler. .105 to go here in the first period. Wrestlers in the middle of the mat. Now here is Hovland, steps off on the right side, but Zafira Olson for Clear Lake trying to force the body of Hovland down. A little roll through, and Hovland's going to end up on the top side and with a takedown. 3-0 the Mason City High wrestler Hovland, leading Zafira Olson to Clear Lake with 45 seconds to go here in the first period. And now Hovland trying to get Olson tilted over, and she appears to have done so. Got a 1 count at least. Olson fights her way back to a base position, but that's not going to stop Hovland. She's off on the left side, now trying to get back behind. Now moves over to the right side. And brings Olson flat out. 10 seconds to go here in the opening period. And Hovland's going to lead 3-0 heading to the second. Choice goes to Hovland. She'll defer. Olson will choose neutral. And the wrestlers on their feet to start period number 2. Tie up. Hovland trying to chuck Olson by and get the head. But it's going to be Olson to counter and get the takedown. So we're tied at 3 with 1:50 to go here in the second period. And the tilt over here as Hovland got the reversal and got Zafira Olson tilted over and got the pin. So Hovland with the reversal and took Olson straight to her back. And it's a 16-0 lead after 3 weights in favor of the Riverhawks of Mason City High School. Take a quick break, come back here to Mason City High School. Back after this here on KRIB, Mason City Clear Lake, live online at KRIBAM.com.
Chances are you know someone who found their future at NIAC. With affordable tuition, close to home convenience, and programs that lead directly to great careers, your future starts here. Our advisors help you uncover scholarships, explore career paths, and even connect to jobs after graduation. Whatever you need, we have it. 8-week courses, certificates, degrees, in-person and online. And know that NIAC credits transfer seamlessly to 4-year colleges. When it comes to opportunity and possibility, your future is found at NIAC.
Back we come to Mason City High School. Glad to have you along on AM 1490 and 96.7 FM KRIB Mason City Clear Lake. Watching live online at KRIBAM.com with our live video feed there. If you want to watch wrestling on Saturday, we'll have video only on the Clear Lake Invitational. We'll have the microphone open up so you can hear the public address announcer call out the matches, but we'll have that. Preliminary rounds will be in one video file, and then we'll have to switch over for the placement round to another one. That's just the way, unfortunately, YouTube, with the length of things making us do it. So plan ahead for that coming up on Saturday. Lots of other Lions action coming up here as well. So a double forfeit at 1:15. Neither team fielding a wrestler. It's Haley Pierce at 7-24, a sophomore for Mason City, and Shaylin Ulrich for Clear Lake, a senior at 10-15. The wrestlers off on the right side of the mat. And finally, it's Ulrich slipping back around the backside of Pierce and gets her taken down. Locked hands is going to be called here on Ulrich after the takedown. So it will be 3-1 now as they'll stop the match on the technical violation and restart things in the middle after the locked hands call. Pierce walking off toward her bench, but the referee says right away, hey, you got to come back in and we're going to get going again. On the restart, Ulrich trying to keep Pierce down, brings Pierce back down to a base position. Now trying to tilt Pierce over on her right shoulder. Steps over the head and is going to be successful here. And there's the fall. So Shaylin Ulrich of Clear Lake, time of the fall, 110. 109 actually it'll go down as. So Clear Lake with their first points of this duel as Mason City leads 16-6. As we go now to 125 pounds. And at least on the scorecard, it's listed as a forfeit open weight for Mason City here at 125. As we'll see, I believe Ali Martinez checking in at the table. Mason City not sending anybody out to the mat. So Ali Martinez will pick up the forfeit win for Clear Lake and cut the lead of Mason City to 16-12 as we go to 130. Emily Hansen, the wrestler due out for Clear Lake. Carly Argis is the scheduled wrestler for Mason City. Hansen at 2-1 and a freshman. Nope, they're going to. Clear Lake will do a switch here. Carly Argis will wrestle for Mason City. She's 25-10. Delilah Eilders, the freshman for Clear Lake, at 4-19. So Argis, the Riverhawk wrestlers, stepping in and quickly with a takedown on Eilders to make it a 3-0 advantage just seconds into this first period, and has Eilders flipped over. Eilders trying to stay off the left shoulder. But Argis has this locked in pretty well. There's the fall. 25 seconds for Carly Argis here at 130 at the time of the fall. Mason City 22 and Clear Lake 12 the team score. As we will go to 135 where Piper Lester at Clear Lake is listed as the Clear Lake wrestler. Madeline Hoover is the listed entry at 135 for Mason City High School. Lester 23-3. The senior for Clear Lake. Madeline Hoover at 11-10, the junior. And we're ready to go here at 135. Lester off the whistle trying to shoot in quickly, but Hoover counters. Now Lester in on the right side of the body trying to work Hoover down. Has her down to the mat, does not have control as Hoover's got a hold of the Pearson arm. And now Lester just continuing to go here and trying to get free, and she does get full control off the right side. And a 3-0 lead for Piper Lester, who gets Hoover quickly tilted over, cradled up. And pretty close to getting Hoover pinned here. And there's the fall. So Piper Lester with the fall, 40 seconds. Here, 135 pounds for Clear Lake. So Lester gives the Lions 6 points on the team score, 22-18. And we'll slip at a quick break. You're listening to Clear Lake and Mason City High School Wrestling here on KRIB, watching on KRIBAM.com.
They do it all at D&D.
Signs, banners, display boards, vehicle graphics.
Real estate signs, promotional items, trophies, plaques.
Offset laser and screen printing embroidery.
Posters, graphic design, and novelties.
From the shirt on your back to the sign on your door, D&D does it all and more.
Now available at D&D Outdoor Storage. Storage for your campers, trailers, and boats. Call for information. Call 641-423-9487.
They do it all at D&D.
Back we come to Mason City High School. Glad to have you along, whether you're a Lion or a Riverhawk fan. Here on KRIB, Mason City Clear Lake, KRIBAM.com, as we have. There was a forfeit at 140. I want to double check this to make sure we've got the information right for you. Emily Jansen won by forfeit at 140, so that moves us to 145. A 28-18 lead for Mason City on the team score. And now we go to 145, where it's Charlene Prazak for Mason City, 22-9, a senior. And Charlie Jane Larson, a junior, at 18-11 for Clear Lake. And here's the takedown for Prazak to make it 3-0. And now Larson trying to turn back in off the left side and get the reversal here. She's got the head off the left side, just does not have full control of the legs as Prazak has the left arm out and control the left leg. If Larson can get free of that arm, she can get the reversal here. But Prazak continuing to have that left leg pretty hard here. And now Larson almost gets slipped out of that. Referee Scott Whitehill in my way. Can't quite see. There we go. Prazak still in control of a leg. It appears on the right side of the body of Larson on Prazak's left side. So the Westerners almost side by side. 35 seconds left here in the first period. Well, Prazak's going to slip out on the right side and get control back fully. So a good attempt there by Larson to get the reversal, but just could not complete it. Now here's a little roll through, and Prazak gets control of Larson once again. Larson trying to sit out. And try to stand up here. Larson had the left leg out. Now Prazak rolls her through. And now rolled a little bit too far through. And Larson gets the reversal. And time runs out here in period number 1. So 3-3 the score. As Charlie Jane Larson ties it up here at the end of the first period. It'll be the choice of Larson going to the second. And I'm not sure if she deferred or if she told Prazak to go down. On the start of the second period, nonetheless, Prazak in the bottom position, Larson in the top side. As Larson just trying to keep Prazak in a base position here. He's trying to get the legs in. Prazak's trying to find a way to slip out the left side, it appears, and now we got a whistle. And stalemate, or actually got blood on Larson. So they'll take care of that. Officials examined Prazak as well. So our first blood time of the night in any of the duels that we've had tonight. So, once again, the other duels tonight. Mason City beat Newman 69-12 in boys wrestling. The other boys action we've had so far, Clear Lake beat Newman 46-30. 28-18, Mason City leading Clear Lake here. So we're at 145-pound weight class. And, of course, after this duel is done, the boys will move back in for Clear Lake and Mason City. full night of wrestling here at Mason City High School. Larson trying to stand up, has the left leg out. Prazak now steps in on the left side, and, well, they've got Larson, I believe, caught Prazak as Prazak tried to step in with the left leg, and Larson saw that happening and just took control of Prazak, and she got the fall. So Charlie Jane Larson moves to 19-11 on the season as she picks up a pin, and 107 left in the second period. Time of the fall is 2:53. Oh, no, take that back. It is Prazak getting the fall. So that must have been a defensive fall situation. The Clear Lake crew looking a little confused on that. So the way it looked originally, and the shoulders for both wrestlers were mostly pointed away from us, so hated to take the assumption on that, but the way that Charlie Jane Larson was celebrating, I assume the fall there, so it is Prazak with the fall, beating Charlie Jane Larson to make it 34-18. As we go to 155, and Trista Pike will come in and win by forfeit to make it 40-18. So the Mason City wrestler getting the win there. We're down to 3 weights here, and the 2 appear to be open weights for Clear Lake. Kayla Burleson for Clear Lake. And Jada LaSalle for Mason City coming up here in the 170-pound weight class. Burleson 21-4 in a junior. LaSalle at 4-14. And we're going to get underway here at 170 as Burleson quickly in to tie up with LaSalle. And Burleson shooting in, trying to get a double, but LaSalle scrambling out of that. Now Burleson trying to get control again here. She's trying to control the arms and drag LaSalle down, but LaSalle's holding her off well until Burleson picks the left leg and gets the takedown. And a takedown for 3 for Kayla Burleson. As on the right edge of the mat, Burleson trying to turn LaSalle back in and try to stay in bounds, and she is getting a near fall count. Got at least a 2 near fall. That will count as they go to bounds, as either of the wrestlers was in bounds at that last moment. So back to the middle in a 5-0 lead after the 2 near fall. On the restart, LaSalle trying to stand up. Burleson brings her flat out again, and she's running off on the left side. 1:20 to go here in the first period. So LaSalle flat out, trying to establish her knees again here and work up to her base, but LaSalle running off on the left side, trying to control that left arm and now trying to bring the right arm in as well and trying to tilt LaSalle over, trying to step over the head here and tilt her over, and she's got the near fall count going. And there's the fall. So Kayla Burleson of Clear Lake with a pin here at 170. Time of the fall, 103. So that gives Clear Lake cuts the lead to 40-24. And I believe that is going to be it, because Clear Lake, I do not believe, has wrestlers here at 190 or 235. Taryn Beamer of Mason City wins by forfeit at 190. And London Snow will check in for Mason City here at heavyweight. And she'll get her hand raised, and that'll wrap up the girls' meet as Mason City will win 52-24 here in the girls' meet. We'll take a break, recap the girls' meet, and get you ready for Mason City and Clear Lake on the boys' side after this here on KRIB, watching online at KRIBAM.com.
Iowa specialty hospitals and clinics know that changing healthcare providers can feel overwhelming. That's why they developed the REDOC program, a free service that offers personalized support to make the transition simple and stress-free. Just fill out the submission form at iowaspecialtyhospital.com and they'll take care of the rest. Iowa Specialty Hospitals and Clinics, with the Mason City location opening in spring 2026, consistently exceeding your expectations.
Bank Iowa is open in Clear Lake. Bank Iowa brings a rich history of entrepreneurial spirit, community focus, and financial expertise to North Iowa. It's grown into one of Iowa's most successful family-owned banks. Each location offers the services of a large financial institution, but operates as a community bank where decisions are made locally. The local team at Bank Iowa is a proud supporter of the Clear Lake Lions. These student athletes exemplify hard work and dedication. Let's go Lions!
It doesn't matter what the weather's like right now. Your home can be at the right temperature with a new Bryant furnace or air conditioning system from Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Not only could you be comfortable temperature-wise, but you can save money with the efficiency of a new furnace or air conditioning system. Check out what Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning can offer you. Go to johnsonheatingandac.com. Johnson Heating and Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Hi, this is Brian McIntyre. Since 1992, Glenn's Tire has been earning your trust one vehicle at a time. You can rely on our experience, integrity, and fair prices. We are proud to be locally owned and operated and have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Glenn's Tire, Highway 18 West, Clear Lake. Go Lions.
No matter what the season, this is Emily Knoll. Our family business, Hawkeye Auto Body, has been serving North Iowa for almost 50 years. Hawkeye Auto Body is famous for providing the extras that make your life easier. Extras like our convenient drive-through estimating bay. Our certified technicians have over 150 years experience in all types of collision repair. They always go the extra mile to ensure your family's safety. We value our customers and feel you deserve extraordinary service every time. Call, stop by, or visit us anytime at HawkeyeAutobody.com.
Back to Mason City as we wrap up the girls' meet. The boys are already ready to go here. As we'll quickly go through the girls' meet here. Mason City won 52-24. And on the video side of things, we apologize for the camera popping off. Keep an eye on that and try to, if it pops off again, we'll get it restarted once again here, so we apologize for that. 100 Piper Phillips of Mason City, a Tech Fall 18-0 and 501 over Avery Williams at Clear Lake. At 105, Allie Robbins of Mason City, Tech Fall 21-6 over J.C. Smith of Clear Lake. At 110, Aubrey Hovland of Mason City pitting Safira Olson of Clear Lake at 225. 115 was a double forfeit, neither team having a wrestler there. At 120, Shaylin Ulrich at Clear Lake, pitting Haley Pierce of Mason City at 109. Allie Martinez at Clear Lake at 125 winning. Carly Argis, Martinez with a forfeit win. Carly Argis of Mason City pinning Delilah Eilders of Clear Lake in 25 seconds. Piper Lester at Clear Lake pinning Madeline Hoover in 40 seconds. Emily Jansen at 140 winning by forfeit for Mason City. 145, Charlene Prazak with a pin in 252 over Charlie Jane Larson. 155, Trista Pike of Mason City winning by forfeit. At 170, Kayma Burleson of Clear Lake pinning Jada LaSalle of Mason City in 101. And then the forfeit wins for Taryn Beamer of Mason City at 190 and London Still of Mason City at 235, 52-24, the final score. And now we move into our final duel of the night. Mason City and Clear Lake on the boys' side. And we're underway at 106. That's where we're starting this duel as well. And it's Hayden Shearer for Clear Lake at 8-2. And Rhoda McGowan of Mason City with a record of 2-6. As here is the opening takedown of the match for Rhoda McGowan to make it a 3-0 score. Here with a minute to go in the first period. And McGowan trying to tilt Shear back over again. And now has him tilted over to his back. And there's the fall. Time of the fall, 123. And the winner, Ronan McGowan of Mason City High School. Or take that back, let's see. Sure had the I'm trying to fix the camera once again. We apologize. As Shear got the takedown and the fall, and John Amos will pick up a forfeit win at 113. So once again, just to recap, I was going to apologize. Trying to get the camera fixed. Keeps popping off for some reason, power-wise, and apologize for that. Looks like the wires are correctly in. Shear pinned Rowan McGowan at 122. And they put in Titus Baxter at 113 to take the forfeit win for Clear Lake. So John Amos will move up here to 120 and wrestle against Josh Saavedra of Mason City High School here at 120. And both teams with black singlets, so that's going to make things a little bit more interesting tonight for this duel. Saavedra gets the takedown, and it'll be Amos escaping to make it 3-1. And now the tie-up on the near edge of the mat. Once again, we apologize on the video side of things. We're trying to get that going here at the end of the period. A takedown for Saavedra to make it 6-1. And now Amos cut loose again to make it 6-2. Wrestlers tied up on the left side of the mat. And they'll break away, go back into the middle with 45 seconds to go here in the first period. Now here's a shot in by Amos. And tries to get the second leg as well here. Saavedra trying to reach back through, but Amos will get the takedown to make it 6-5. With 15 seconds to go here in the first period. Amos and Saavedra flat out. And time runs out here in the first period. So Saavedra's lead cut to 6-5. Amos's choice who defers. Saavedra will choose neutral. Now the start of the second period. Wrestlers step in and tie up with each other. Breakaway. Now tie back up again in the middle. Saavedra fakes a headshot. Amos tries to shoot in front headlock by Saavedra, tries to circle around, and Amos trying to scramble, but gives up the takedown to Saavedra. So 9-5 now in favor of Saavedra with 1:20 to go here in the second period. Amos up to his left leg and gets the second leg established and escapes. And Amos quickly shoots in and gets the takedown. And that ties it at 9 with 1:04 to go here in the second period. Saavedra trying to reach back and gain some control, but he's unsuccessful. Saavedra trying to establish his base, but he's brought flat out by Amos. 9-9 the score with 40 seconds to go here in the first period. Amos trying to work the left arm in and try to control that. Saavedra gets it free. Now tries to reestablish his base again. And Amos will bring him flat out with 20 to go here in the second period. Now trying to tilt him on his hip. And it does not have the angle, and time's going to run out here in the second period. So we're tied at 9 between John Amos of Clear Lake and John Saavedra of Mason City. Amos's choice, he'll choose down. Let's get that escape point. Caution. Signaled by the official. Clean start this time around. As Saavedra, well, we've got a whistle down. We've got blood. So that will stop action. So as they work on the blood, Clear Lake hosts their own wrestling tournament, the tournament they share every other year with Forest City. On Saturday morning, I believe wrestling gets underway at 9:30. We'll have video coverage only. You can watch the meets as they go on by heading to our KRIBAM.com website and then follow along there to the KRIB YouTube page. And we'll have the preliminary action and the placement round as well. All day with live video. On the restart, Amos up to his feet. And brought back down by Saavedra. Now Saavedra trying to get the arms in and trying to work on Amos here. Whistle. Blood again, I believe. So they'll do blood time again here. Amos, or no, take that back. Saavedra appears to have the blood there. So they'll go work on him. Clear Lake action coming up on KRIB later this week. Clear Lake at Waverly Showrock. Girls game at 6. Boys game will follow here on KRIB. Friday night, that should be a good one. As on the boys' side, it's number 3 and 2A against number 1 and 1A on the boys' side of that doubleheader between Clear Lake and St. Edmund. 6 o'clock, the girls and the boys will follow. Clear Lake girls won earlier tonight, 63-28. Jay Nainley had 22 points to lead the Lions. Clear Lake boys were leading 34-9 at the half. Continuing to work on Saavedra with the blood issue here. So Clear Lake won the first 2 matches. Shearer pinning Ronan McGowan in 122. Titus Baxter taking the forfeit at 113. That allows Amos to slide up to 120 here. The Lions to have some flexibility with the lineup here. Mason City has one other open weight, we believe. Possibly not, depending on how the things go. Continue to work on blood time here. With Saavedra. As it looks like they've got it under control, just trying to wrap it up and keep it from having to stop action again. Andy Thompson, the coach here at Mason City. Longtime assistant under Dusty Rhodes, and of course, way back when he was wrestler at Clear Lake High School. Now we're back to action. They've got Saavedra's blood situation taken care of. And a clean restart here with 1:30 to go in the third period. Amos up to his feet. Saavedra trying to hold on. And a stall call on Saavedra as he's not had Amos return to the mat yet. And now Amos back up to his feet after he was taken back to the mat. And now Saavedra being told by his coaches, you got to let him go or get called for stalling again. And that's the action on the escape. So 10-9 for Amos. Now a shot attempt here. A little scramble by both wrestlers as Saavedra trying to get control of the head. Amos trying to reach back through a leg. And on this scramble with 52 seconds to go here in the third period, neither wrestler has control at this point. Amos once again trying to control the lower part of the body. Saavedra trying to control the upper part. So Amos trying to get his head free at this point. If he can get his head free, he can get the takedown, it appears. Saavedra holding on to that head with 29 seconds to go here in the second. And now finally, Amos gets the head free. And the takedown for 3. 13-9 in favor of John Amos at Clear Lake. Letting Josh Saavedra of Mason City with 15 to go here in the third period. And now here's a tilt by Amos. And gets at least a 3-near fall here at the end of the match. So Amos wins 13-9. Or is it 12-9? 13-9 should be the score. And Amos gives the Lions a win by decision here at 120 pounds. Back after a quick break here on KRIB. You're listening to Clear Lake and Mason City High Wrestling.
Hi, it's Katie Showalter from Window World of Mason City. It's hard to believe, but we've been transforming homes like yours for 15 years. From ideas to installation, our Window World team has completed more than 7,000 projects with curb appeal enhancing, energy efficient windows, entry doors, and siding. Is your project next? Schedule your free in-home consultation at windowworldmc.com. That's windowworldmc.com.
We go to 126 to Forrest Snow for Mason City, a 12-4 and a junior. Benaiah Steinbraun, a freshman, 3-7. Stowe gets the opening takedown just moments ago. And they go to Bonds on the right edge, back to the middle with 1:46 to go here in the first period. Snow steps in off the whistle into Steinbraun. Tapping, breakaway, and now Snow ducks under and gets the leg and the takedown, and a quick takedown to his back of Steinbraun. Steinbraun trying to stay off his back. He does get back, flipped over to his front. But now he's lifted up by Stowe and taken straight to his back. Stowe with a nice move there to gain control back on Steinbraun and take him straight to his back again. And there's the fall. So time of the fall, 47 seconds. And the winner for Mason City is DeForest Snow. So Mason City gets their first points of this duel, 16-6 is the score. And now a forfeit by Clear Lake. Isaac McClesh at 132 will get the victory. So that narrows the Clear Lake lead to 16-12. As we go to 138, scheduled are Jenner Thompson of Mason City and Cambridge Barons at Clear Lake, but we'll see if that's, now Clear Lake's going to forfeit here as well. So Clear Lake will forfeit 138, and Mason City will take an 18-16 lead. As Jenner Thompson will win by forfeit. We go to 144. Aiden Klein of Mason City and Connor Plaguey. The wrestlers due up here for the Riverhawks and the Lions. And we're underway here at 144 pounds, and a quick takedown by Klein on Plaguey to make it 3-0, and he cradles him up. And there's the fall. 13 seconds, the time of the fall for Connor Plaguey. And it's 24-16 here quickly as we go to 150. So the Riverhawks with a flurry of scores here. And once again, we apologize on the camera side of things. On the video, video keeps popping off here. We apologize for that. Trying every solution possible to figure things out here, but could not keep that video camera on. So we appreciate your patience at home with our technical difficulty here. We go to 150. Eric Torres for Mason City. Aiden Hippen, the senior for Clear Lake, at 150 pounds. Front headlock by Torres to start things out. Both wrestlers down to their knees. And now Hippen trying to slide out of this. He'll get stood back up and break away. And now here's a duck under on a right leg, and the takedown by Hippen, who tried to drive Torres straight to his back but was unsuccessful. And now Hippen rolls through with Torres to bring him back to his front side. So Hippen up 3-0 with 1:15 to go here in the first period. Now he's got one count on a tilt over, another one count. A number of one counts there. Unfortunately for Hippen, not to get any near fall award on that. Minute to go here in the first period. Hippen trying to cradle up Torres here, and he brings it back. He's got at least a near fall. He's got to get the right shoulder down at Torres, and he does. So Hippen gets the fall at 1:20 here in the first period. And that cuts the Mason City lead to 24-22. As we go to 1:57, Eli McClesh of Mason City is the scheduled wrestler, and Drake Larson of Clear Lake is the scheduled wrestler. But it's going to be Caden Van Voorhees for Clear Lake to step in the lineup here at 1:57. And a quick takedown by McClesh to make it 3-0 right away. Now he tries to wing up the left arm and trying to bring Van Voorhees back, and now he'll come out on the left side and try to work with the arm here. .125 left in the first period. And McClesh of Mason City leading 3-0. Van Voorhees holding his own on the bottom side, not giving up anything extra so far here. So you wind down to a minute to go here in the first period. McClesh comes up down the right side, trying to control. But Van Voorhees continuing to keep in control on the bottom side and not give anything up. Van Voorhees trying to work up to his base. McClesh trying to work out the left side, not trying to bar the left arm back. 30 to go in the first period. Van Voorhees brought flat out. And now McClesh gets the left arm winged up again. Now trying to force Van Voorhees down into a near fall position, and he is getting the count. 15 to go in the first period. McClesh trying to get the left shoulder of Van Voorhees down, and he does, and gets the pin. Time of the fall, 150. So the pin gives the Riverhawks a 30-22 lead as McClesh gets the pin in 150. And we will move up now to 165. And we'll see, it will be Jeswan Shropshire for Mason City. And it will be I want to double check the Clear Lake wrestler here. got Boston Whiskey listed. And we're underway here at 165. So the wrestlers circle around each other here to start this first period at 165 pounds. Wrestlers tied up in the middle. With no activity. Well, it's Drake Larson. I didn't think they announced Wisty. It is Drake Larson bumping up to 165 here. 1:15 left in the first. Wrestlers tie up on the left side of the mat. Breakaway, tie up again. Shropshire tried to dip down for a leg, and he shot for the right side, and it circled around the left side and gets the takedown for 3. So Shropshire leads 3-0. Up to his feet is Larson, and he gets the escape to make it 3-1. .35 seconds to go here in the first period. Shot by Larson. Shropshire defends that. .15 to go in the first. Mason City leads this duel 30-22. Shropshire and Larson will let the first period run out. Go to the second. Be Shropshire's choice. He has a 3-1 lead. He'll defer to the third period. And Larson chooses the down position to start things out. On the start of the period, Larson trying to get up quickly. Shropshire holding him down for now, but now Larson up to his feet. And Shropshire is going to have to let him go before he gets called for stalling. So 3-2 on the escape by Larson. 1:40 to go in the second period. Larson moves in quickly on Shropshire. They'll break away on the left edge of the mat and work their way back toward the middle. Couple of head taps by Shropshire. Larson steps in to tie up with the arms. Down to minute 5 left here in the second. Here's a shot by Larson. Shropshire draped over the body to try to block this off. And now Larson trying to tripod up, but he's going to get taken down here by Shropshire to make it 6-2. We have 45 seconds to go here in the second period. Once again, we apologize on the video side of things. Wish I had an answer on the camera continuing to shut off. It is plugged in and everything else, but unfortunately keeps popping off on us. 25 to go in the second period as Larson tried to turn back in here. And now here's a Shropshire has him tilted over. And Larson gave up a 4-near fall to make it 10-2. And time's going to run out here in the second period. So Shropshire Mason City leads 10-2. As we go to the third period. And Larson's going to start in the down position here to start the third period. on the start of the period. And Escape makes it 10-3. With 1:30 to go here in the third period. And I'm going to try the camera one more time, and if it doesn't work, we're going to, unfortunately, have to end the video feed. As a shot by Larson here. Shropshire trying to reach back through and hold him off. And Shropshire will get Larson back flat out again. Now Shropshire trying to work here on Larson as Larson underneath and trying to get full control of Shropshire's right leg. 35 to go here in the third. Larson's got to go here if he wants to try to get the victory. Down to a half minute. Shropshire trying not to lose control of the leg. And a stalemate's going to be called. And back the middle with 19.3 seconds to go here in the third period. Shropshire with the lead, 10-3. On the restart, neutral position. Shropshire fakes a shot whistle. There's a, it's Larson with his shoe needing to be tied, and under newer rules, that means it's a stall call on Larson, unfortunately. But time's going to run out here. Larson shoots in, makes no difference. Shropshire wins 10-3 for Mason City. Getting Drake Larson of Clear Lake here at 165 pounds. So with 7 points, that's a common decision, makes it 33-22. And we'll be back after this brief word here on KRIB and KRIBAM.com.
Want simple, friendly, and local banking? Then choose Clear Lake Bank and Trust. With local people, top-notch customer service, and a wealth of expertise, Clear Lake Bank and Trust is ready and waiting to help you build a better financial future. Visit clearlakebank.bank today and be happier with your bank. Clear Lake Bank and Trust. Local ownership, local decision-making, and community reinvestment since 1934. Member FDIC.
Back we come to Mason City, and Carter Rockwell for Mason City with a 9-8 record, a junior. Christian Dunning at 175 here, the wrestler for Clear Lake. And once again, we apologize on the video side for some reason the camera keeps powering down, and unfortunately don't have a solution to that. We've tried our best, so we'll just continue with the final matches audio only on the video feed. Once again, we apologize for that. Dunning gets a takedown to make it 3-0. Now he tries to wing up the right arm here of Rockwell. Rockwell holding his own in the bottom position so far. Dunning trying to get the tilt over here. And now potentially dangerous as he's got the right arm bent back behind the head too far. And the potentially dangerous call, and we'll restart again here. Intentional escape makes it 3-1. Rockwell gets a point on the intentional escape. And now Rockwell tries to shoot in, but Dunning makes him pay a quick takedown, 6-1. Dunning just forcing Rockwell down off that shot attempt. 30 to go here in the first period. And he'll cut Rockwell loose, make it 6-2. And they go to bounce top left edge. On the restart, Dunning drags the arm and forces Rockwell down to make it 9-2 now. With 15 seconds to go here in the period. And 10 will run out here in the first. And a lead of 9-2 for Christian Dunning. Dunning's choice. He'll choose neutral to start the second period. Shot attempt here by Rockwell. Dunning counters and circles around behind and gets Rockwell down to the mat, gets him taken to his back. But Rockwell able to flip back to his belly. 3 near fall for Dunning. Got a 3 count. So the takedown, the 3 near fall makes it 15-2. Now Dunning trying to wing up the right arm, and Rockwell slips out of that. Now Dunning, after Rockwell gets back up to his base, forces him back down, trying to use the right arm again here. Just can't get Rockwell tilted over at this point. Referee asks Rockwell for a little more action in the bottom side. Now Dunning bars that right arm again. And Rockwell fighting hard in the bottom, and once again potentially dangerous called. Dunning just has that right arm bent back too far. So they'll restart with 36 seconds to go here in the second. Rockwell trying to tripod up. And now it's Dunning gets him down and got the 2 near fall to make it 17-2. So Dunning, the tech fall in 3:35. And that gives Clear Lake 5 points in the book and cuts the Mason City lead to 33-27 as we go to 190 pounds. Rafe Bach due up here for Clear Lake, it appears. Will face Sam Collins. So this looks like it's maybe going to go down to the final match. We'll see here. So underway, Bach. His record listed at 7-3 for the junior. Sam Collins, a senior for Mason City High. Shot in. And Bach trying to get out of this as Collins has the right leg. Has the right leg, and now Bach up to his feet, and they go out of bounds on the near edge, back the middle with 1:18 to go in the first period. On the restart, not much activity, just a little tie-up action and breakaway. A couple of head taps. .45 to go here in the first period. As Bach gets the head and it drives down Collins to the mat and gets the takedown. 3-0 Rafe Bach leading Sam Collins with 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Collins trying to work up from his base. Has the left leg out. Now he's brought back down. Flat out on the mat with 15 to go here in the first. Bach running off on the right side. Left arm in around the left side waist and trying to control Collins, who tries to stand up and escape here at the end of the period, but they go to bounds left edge. Back in the middle with 3.6 seconds to go here in the first period. Bach covers, stand-up attempt by Collins on the whistle. Bach will lift him up and bring him back down the mat. Time runs out here in the first period. And Bach at Clear Lake will take a 3-0 lead to the second. Collins of Mason City's choice. He'll defer. Bach will choose down here to start the second period. On the start of the period, Bach, right leg out, left leg out, stands up and escapes. And it is 4-0. Just noticing they put 3 minutes on the board. And that's being talked about at the table. So they'll try to correct that at the when we have a break here. Tommy Berry's all over it on the Mason City bench. .1:15 left here in the second. Couple of quick tie-ups and breakaways, but no action. Now they tie up again. Bach with a front headlock. Trying to work off of this. Trying to reach down and pick a leg. But Collins works back up to his feet in a neutral position again with 50 to go here in the period. Wrestler's tying up lower side of the mat. 30 to go here in the second. Shot and out of bounds. And now they're going to correct the clock. And get that set to, well, they'll put 30 seconds up. And back to action now. Neutral position, Bach up 4-0. Not much action here in neutral position. Tie up here with 12 to go in the period. And now, well, Collins spun around. And Bach had seen that a couple of times from Collins, and he moved right in to get a takedown here at the end of the period to make it 7-0 at the end of 2. Yeah, Collins, for some reason, he's done this a couple of different times. He's done a complete spinorama, a 360. And, well, there he does it again. Bach, there at the end of the second period, was able to find the right spot to get him taken down there at the end of the period. And Bach would like to get a major decision here. Give Clear Lake an extra bonus point and cut the lead to 33-32, but right now it's 33-27 for the Riverhawks for the lead. Once again, video side, we apologize. Camera having an issue tonight. We apologize for that. We'll get it corrected for our upcoming games, we hope. Collins called for stalling. He spins again. .55 to go here in the third period. He spins out of that again, and Bach shoots in again on the left leg. And now tries to sit back here. And Bach does not have the takedown yet as Collins has the leg and now gives that up. And Bach down full control to make it 10-0 with 30 to go here in the third. Collins trying to crawl out here and get escaped. 15 to go here in the third. Tripods up. Bach brings him back to the mat. Bach keeping the right foot in bounds on the top edge to work the rest of the clock here. And time runs out 10-0 the final score here at 190 pounds. So that'll be a major decision to cut the lead to 33-31 in favor of Mason City as we go to 2:15. Joseph Hauser, the scheduled wrestler for Mason City. Dylan Haugen, the scheduled wrestler for Clear Lake, but we'll see if that is the case here. Joseph Hauser, 15-2 and a junior, is the Mason City High wrestler. And Dylan Haugen here at for Clear Lake, the junior. Mason City up by 2 in the team score. So a tech fall or a pin would give them the duel. And now here's a shot by Hauser. He gets the takedown on Haugen. He shot for the legs. Hauser will let Haugen escape. 3-1 with 1:30 to go here in the first period. Wrestlers tie up on the left side of the mat. 1:20 to go here in the first period. Hauser trying to get control of the wrist, but unsuccessful. Now the wrestlers tie up again. Left side center circle. Tied up ear to ear. £215 have this and heavyweights here to wrap up this match. 45 to go in the first. Wrestlers break away, circle around each other in the center circle. .30 to go in the first. Hauser trying to control the arms of Haugen here. As Haugland trying to control the right arm of Hauser. Hauser and Haugen here for Mason City and Clear Lake, respectively. Short time here in the first period. And Hauser's going to take a 3-1 lead to period number 2. Haugen's choice. He'll defer. And Hauser will choose down to start the second period. 9 o'clock here on KRIB, Mason City, Clear Lake. It's going to be watching live online or video feed tonight at KRIBAM.com. A caution on the top side of Dylan Haugen. We apologize once again. The camera showing the indication of having some overheating issues, which we haven't had with this camera so far. So we apologize for that. Here's the stand-up and the escape by Hauser to start the period. And that makes it a 4-1 lead for Joseph Hauser. Mason City leading Dylan Haugen at Clear Lake. Wrestlers on the right side, the center circle. Now here's Hauser trying to get Haugen down. Haugen gets back up to his feet. Wrestlers tie up on the right side of the center circle and drift their way in. Tie up and break away. 1:20 to go in the second period. And now Hauser, trying to get upper body control. Now he gets the head and throws Haugen. And there's the fall. So Hauser seals the deal for Mason City in this duel. So he picks up the pin in 2:58. He pins Dylan Haugen. It makes the score 39-31. So here at heavyweight, and let's see, at heavyweight it'll be scheduled Lincoln Ward for Mason City and Brock Thompson for Clear Lake. We'll recap the night at the conclusion here. Boys basketball, Clear Lake beat Webster City 67-29 tonight. So underway, Lincoln Ward, a junior, Brock Thompson, a senior for Clear Lake. Here at heavyweight, Mason City's wrapped up the duel, 39-31 the score right now. Heavyweights tied up in the middle here with Ward of Mason City and Thompson of Clear Lake. They break away. Now they step in to tie up again. Another breakaway, and now they step in to tie up, try to lock up the hands with each other and try to tie up again. Ear to ear. 1:15 to go here in the first period. They break away again in the center circle. Ward trying to gain control of the head and drag an arm in. Thompson fighting him off for now. Breakaway and got the ankle bands slips off one of the legs. Picked up by the official, and they'll just put it in his pocket. We'll resume action. Just didn't want either wrestler to accidentally slip on that, especially in a scoreless match here. Well, the Ward kind of let up for a second, and Thompson saw that, and he charged right in and got a takedown. He just did a full bull run charge and went straight into Ward and took him down. It's just Ward just kind of hesitated for a second, and Thompson just absolutely saw it and shot in. Ward trying to crawl his way on the top side. They go out of bounds. 22.8 to go here in the first period. 3-0 Thompson, the lead for Clear Lake. Mason City once again has secured the duel with a 39-31 score. On the restart, Ward trying to work up from his base, has the left leg out. Thompson trying to keep him down with the upper body, but Ward escapes and makes it 3-1. With 10 seconds to go here in the first period. And now tie-up. Ward went charging in on Thompson, trying to control the upper body, but they go to bounds right edge. 7.2 to go here in the first. Tie up and let the clock run out. And end of the first period, it's Brock Thompson to Clear Lake with a 3-1 lead over Lincoln Ward of Mason City. Thompson defers the choice to the third period, and Ward will choose neutral. Whistle. Got a technical violation. Thompson, I believe, tugged the headgear. So the penalty point given to Ward to make it 3-2. Now here's Ward with the body trying to throw Thompson down, but Thompson defends it. Now he gets upper body control, and he throws Thompson straight to his back. And there's the fall. Time of the fall, 2:26. So Mason City's going to win this duel. Final score on the Clear Lake Bank and Trust scoreboard says 45 for Mason City and 31 for Clear Lake. We'll start to wrap up our night here at Mason City High School after this. You're listening to High School Wrestling involving Clear Lake, Mason City, and Newman here on KRIB, Mason City, Clear Lake.
The CLTEL fiber optic network delivers reliable, high-quality internet speeds that are perfect for streaming Clear Lake Lions sports. They're more than just an internet provider. CLTEL is a committed community partner. Internet for you right here in Clear Lake and Ventura.
Chances are you know someone who found their future at NIAC. With affordable tuition, close to home convenience, and programs that lead directly to great careers, your future starts here. Our advisors help you uncover scholarships, explore career paths, and even connect to jobs after graduation. Whatever you need, we have it. 8-week courses, certificates, degrees, in person and online. And know that NIAC credits transfer seamlessly to 4-year colleges. When it comes to opportunity and possibility, your future is found at NIAC.
They do it all at D&D.
Signs, banners, display boards, vehicle graphics.
Real estate signs, promotional items, trophies, plaques.
Offset laser and screen printing embroidery.
Posters, graphic design, and novelties.
From the shirt on your back to the sign on your door, D&D does it all and more.
Now available at D&D Outdoor Storage. Storage for your campers, trailers, and boats. Call for information. Call 641-423-9487.
They do it all at D&D.
Iowa Specialty Hospitals and Clinics know that changing healthcare providers can feel overwhelming. That's why they developed the REDOC program, a free service that offers personalized support to make the transition simple and stress-free. Just fill out the submission form at iowaspecialtyhospital.com and they'll take care of the rest. Iowa Specialty Hospitals and Clinics, with the Mason City location opening in spring 2026, consistently exceeding your expectations.
Bank Iowa is open in Clear Lake. Bank Iowa brings a rich history of entrepreneurial spirit, community focus, and financial expertise to North Iowa. It's grown into one of Iowa's most successful family-owned banks. Each location offers the services of a large financial institution, but operates as a community bank where decisions are made locally. The local team at Bank Iowa is a proud supporter of the Clear Lake Lions. These student athletes exemplify hard work and dedication. Let's go Lions!
It doesn't matter what the weather's like right now. Your home can be at the right temperature with a new Bryant furnace or air conditioning system from Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. Not only could you be comfortable temperature-wise, but you can save money with the efficiency of a new furnace or air conditioning system. Check out what Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning can offer you. Go to johnsonheatingandac.com. Johnson Heating and Bryant. Whatever it takes.
No matter what the season, weather is unpredictable in North Iowa and accidents are likely to happen. This is Emily Knoll. Our family business, Hawkeye Auto Body, has been serving North Iowa for almost 50 years. Collision repair work can be complex. You can trust the experts at Hawkeye Auto Body to repair your vehicle correctly and make sure your vehicle is completely safe before it's released back to you. We guarantee it. We're located on South Federal in Mason City, or visit us anytime at HawkeyeAutoBody.com.
Hi, it's Katie Showalter from Window World of Mason City. It's hard to believe, but we've been transforming homes like yours for 15 years. From ideas to installation, our Window World team has completed more than 7,000 projects with curb appeal enhancing, energy efficient, windows, entry doors, and siding. Is your project next? Schedule your free in-home consultation at windowworldmc.com. That's windowworldmc.com.
Well, the Riverhawks did keep the old Battle of Saratoga flag that we made here at KRIB a few years ago. As I see that down on the deck, they brought that over, and good to see that again. I kind of wondered after the pause of doing Clear Lake Sports here on KRIB and whether they kept those or if that was just going to be a one-year thing. But Mason City wins the Battle of Saratoga tonight by a score of 45-31. Going through this duel here, it was Hayden Shear, Clear Lake, opening up with a pin over Ronan McGowan in 122 at 106. At 113, Titus Baxter, Clear Lake won by forfeit. John Amos at 121, 17-9 major decision over Josh Saavedra at Mason City. So that made it, at that point, 16-0 after three waits. Mason City then won the next four. DeForest Snow pinning Benaya Steinbraun in 46 seconds. Clear Lake forfeited at 132 and 138 with Isaac McClesh of Mason City and Jenner Thompson of Mason City winning those weights. Aiden Klein then won at 144. So he pinned Connor Plaguey in Clear Lake in 12 seconds. 150, Aiden Hippett of Clear Lake pinning Eric Torres of Mason City at 120. Eli McClesh of Mason City over Caden Van Voorhees, pinning him at 150 at 157. 165, Jeswan Shropshire. 10-3 decision for the Mason City wrestler over Drake Larson at Clear Lake. Christian Denning at 175, a 17-2 Tech Fall, and 334 over Carter Rockwell of Mason City. Rafe Bach at 190, a 10-0 major decision over Sam Collins. But Mason City picks up pins in the final 2/8 to wrap it. Joseph Hauser of Mason City sealed the deal at 215, pinning Dylan Haugen in 257, and then Lincoln Ward of Mason City pinning Brock Thompson in 224. Final score, 45-31 in favor of Mason City. The other duels earlier tonight, Clear Lake beat Newman 46-30 in boys wrestling, and Mason City beat Newman 69-12. And the girls match tonight between Clear Lake and Mason City, it was Mason City 52 and Clear Lake 24. Our next Lions broadcast comes your way on Thursday night, where the Clear Lake girls and boys basketball teams travel down to Waverly Shellrock to take on the Go Hawks. Girls game at 6. The boys game will follow here on KRIB and KRIBAM.com. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And once again, we apologize on the video side of things. Camera was malfunctioning late in the broadcast. We apologize for that. And we will try to get those things corrected here for our next video broadcast. In Waverly, we've got tie-in with their camera system in Waverly, so we won't have that problem on Thursday. And on Friday, we'll have be at home, of course, for basketball against St. Edmund. With that doubleheader, boys game, a ranked matchup. And, of course, Saturday, you can watch video of the Clear Lake Invitational. You can watch it video only at KRIBAM.com. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. We'll talk to you on Thursday with more Lions sports here on KRIB. Bob Fisher, so long from Mason City High School.
You've been listening to coverage of the Clear Lake Lions on AM 1490 and 96.7 FM KRIB and watching on KRIBAM.com. This Clear Lake Lions coverage was brought to you by CLTEL, North Iowa Area Community College, D&D Sales, Clear Lake Bank and Trust, Iowa Specialty Hospital, Johnson Heating and Air, Glenn's Tire, Bank Iowa, Hawkeye Auto Body, and Window World. Your home for the Clear Lake Lions all year long is KRIB and KRIBAM.com.